اه اه صاحبي اه اه يا حليل زمن نميري زمن الواحد كان ما في ذاته النص الشرد النص التاني ماتوا ساب البلد
What up, what up? Welcome everybody to a brand new stream. It is Wednesday, or it's Thursday morning actually. It's midnight here in Lebanon, folks. We are listening to more Sudanese rap right now, folks. Our boys, Ashada. Let me maximize this real quick.
فك لي حمدتي وفك لي الكاكي فك لي اليوم الخلاك باكي جايطه ومقلوبة فجر الخلاص وكسوبة جرنا سيبنا دروبة الناس دي مرقت مغصوبة وكانت أيام
يا وطني. We got 40 of you in the chat right now, and we got our girl Haley D gifting 5 memberships. We got 5 new members. W's in the chat for Haley D, our queen. We got Desiree in the chat. Desiree, I hear you. We're going to do a Lebanese episode of the podcast next week. Only Lebanese topics, so we got you. Anyways, enough of this. Beautiful music. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? Thank you for joining me for this last minute live. We talking. Ethan Klein and Harley Morenstein are trying their best to destroy Creator Clash 3. So we are going to react to their conversation on H3 from a couple of days ago. Also, heads up, I did get my first copyright claim for using music. It was the song. We back. Ugh. Well, at least this time it happened early. You know, we get it out of the way. Not now. Thank you. How's everybody? Let's start this again, shall we? All right. Welcome to Lebanon, folks. Coming to you from the heart of Lebanon. Here we go. So yeah, we did get a copyright. So I'm gonna be more careful with the songs, but it's still fun. I'm enjoying playing these songs to start off every stream and to end every stream. So. Eli, we got our God-tier patron Eli and Mujabbir in the chat. Speaking of patrons, folks, let me just take a second to remind you guys, if you'd like to support the channel, you can join our Patreon. We got a couple of new patrons, actually. Let me see, I got a brand new name. I believe today, Sarah Kristen. Sarah Kristen has joined as an abductee patron. Sarah Kristen, thank you so much, Sarah Kristen. If that's how we say your name, I might be saying it wrong. I apologize. And we got a few other brand new patrons joining us this week. We got Abductee Patrons Inc., Sid O. Mapache, Victoria Inesley, Jax, Joy Bryant, and Sarah Kristen, and Blonde Patrons Danny and Julia Kiskulia. I love saying that name. It's like Julia Gulia in The Wedding Singer. Some of you might be too young to know The Wedding Singer. One of Adam Sandler's finest. And you can also support us by becoming channel members, by supporting us in the live chat. But you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to spend any money, folks. You can just like the video. Ooh. Oh my God, what was that? You can just like the video, engage in the live chat, talk about us with your friends. Tell your friends about this channel, folks. Dizzle McFizzle with 20 bucks. What, Dizzle, stop sending me your government money. Here's some scratch to help keep the lights on. Well, thank you, Dizzle. I have a bunch of systems in place to keep this podcast running without electricity. Those are the kinds of things you have to do here in Lebanon. So, folks, what is this stream going to... and by the way, we have a regular episode of the podcast tomorrow with the crew. So that's what's going to be happening. Mortified Bird loves The Wedding Singer. Awesome. You're not alone. I used to have it on DVD. So what's going to be happening today, folks? Today we are going to be reacting to the interview with Harley Morenstein and Ethan Klein. A lot of you might be wondering, well, Anthony, who is Harley Morenstein? So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a background. Actually, I should have prepared some of this stuff a little bit earlier. Let me just bring up Creator Clash on YouTube. They have the full ones uploaded. Would you guys like me to react to the full Creator Clash event? Because I think that would be fun as fuck. I box, so I'm at least somewhat familiar with boxing. I could give you guys like my own commentary and stuff. But let me find the Harley fight here. Boom, boom, boom. So, let me pull up my desktop. So we have 182 of you here. Thank you for joining us. So let's start with a quick background on who Harley Morenstein is. So Harley Morenstein was known because of Epic Mealtime, folks. Epic Mealtime, this shit was like huge back in the day. This shit was huge back in the day. 6.72 million subscribers. You couldn't spend a minute on Facebook without having one of these videos popping up, and like him and his friends making like some disgusting like cheeseburger, McDonald's lasagna, or like a meatloaf made out of hot dogs. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what the fuck they used to do. That shit was very popular though, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to watch some of those videos when they would come up. They were just insane. Here's like from 2010, like 14 years ago. This was their peak. You know what I mean? Like 19 million views for a true bacon epic, Thanksgiving epic mealtime, fast food pizza, angry French, like all this sort of shit. That's what they were famous for. That's what they were popular for. Then, like, a bunch of shit fell through. Like, I mean, obviously, nothing stays popular forever. The content, I guess, started to die down for a while, and things started to fall through between him and his partners. Like, he got into a bunch of lawsuits with all of his partners. I know one of his partners left, and then Harley sued his partner because he didn't want him to create a competing food-related brand. You know what I mean? Harley thought that the guy was competing with him, his ex-partner, so he tried to sue him. Other partners of Harley's like tried to sue Harley because they said that he was cutting them out of the brand. Whatever, like it just really fell apart. And for a bunch of years, he started making like I think some solo content. He has his own solo YouTube channel on YouTube. How's it going? So we're back. We back, baby. The lights are on this time too. That's how it works here in Lebanon, baby. Not now. Okay, so back to desktop. So he has his own solo YouTube channel now. As you guys can see, 267,000 subscribers, but like the views on his new channel are like horrendous. I mean, and I'm not saying like I'm not judging, but like for someone with 6 million subscribers on Epic Mealtime and someone as, you know, who used to be as big as Harley, to make videos that get 3K views, 3.2K, 2.9K, 5K views, 3K, 1K, okay, 11K, not bad, 2.8K, 4K. Again, I just did a live stream yesterday that's at like 4K views. I'm not judging anyone, but this guy's got 267,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? That's not the amount of subscribers that we have. Something crazy is happening with the power, by the way, here. It's midnight. Shit goes crazy at midnight in Lebanon. By the way, I think you can move back here. We have less power cuts. I know, right? Back in Beirut. So, I mean, his channel's not doing great on his own. You know what I mean? But what's also fucked up is that he trained with Sam Hyde for Creator Clash 1. Like, actually, there you go. Those are his most popular videos in a long time. Episode 1, training with, like, Sam Hyde. Episode 2. Episode 3. Sam Hyde, for those of you who don't know, is a anti-Semite, like legitimate, like right-winger Nazi type dude. So this video, his first video with Sam Hyde is at 600,000 views. Let's, does he meet him here? No, this is where he ditches his coach. I mean, I saw these back in the day when they came out. There he is, training with known Nazi and apparently P-word. People tell me Sam Hyde is a pedophile as well, so that's pretty cool. So Nazi, pedophile, and alt-right winger, whatever you want to call him, Nazi. And known enemy of iDubbbz. Can you imagine like training with the one dude who iDubbbz is beefing with, and iDubbbz was putting together the Creator Clash event, and this dude fucking decides to train with that guy? Sam Hyde, there you go. Buddy up, you know. Good friends with Harley. And now Harley has decided to quit Creator Clash because he claims that, you know, because they're affiliated with Hassan and he thinks that Hassan is anti-Semitic and he just doesn't like the whole vibe anymore, etc. He decided to drop out of Creator Clash 3 at the last second. So he did 3 little mini documentaries with Sam Hyde, by the way. And here he was in Creator Clash 1.
It was almost eerie to watch how happy he was to go.
A front hand, uppercut.
Nice jab.
This wasn't a fair fight, by the way. So anyways, this is a little bit of background on Harley. And he also competed in Creator Clash 2 against like some wrestler guy who was on steroids and who threw him out of the ring. It was a whole thing, but it was entertaining. And I was excited to see Harley's fight for Creator Clash 3. Unfortunately, it turned out that Harley's kind of a Zionist because he's been like going crazy on like Reddit, defending the IDF and like questioning claims made and like from people in Gaza. He was trying to like explain away the attacks on the 15 medics that were killed, like just shit like that. You know what I mean? Just like vile shit. So the dude is also kind of a Zionist. You know, he's aligned himself with Ethan Klein. So that's just a bit of background on Sam Hyde for those of you on Harley for those of you who don't know. So he was supposed to be in Creator Clash 3. He dropped out right before Lena dropped out, and he and Ethan were definitely talking behind the scenes. So let's go to the episode where he calls into an episode of H3. Let's watch and let's see their conversation. Both of them celebrating, presumably, the demise of the event. Well, not the demise, but like they're cheering for it to fail, basically.
Then he does exactly what I said he does. He basically erased it all, paints them as white colonizers, says I'm doing Hasbara. It's fucking insane. What do you think about that, Harley?
So he was talking like separately about Hassan, and this is an introduction of Harley like on the show. That's how they bring him in to the show.
I'm kidding. You don't have to answer that.
Nah, it sucks, dude.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
I thought we were
Fuck
doing,
that guy.
I thought we were doing No Hassan Day today, you know, and I come in and it's fucking, what? We're going in on it? All right. I've been getting a lot of Hassan lately, like if I fall asleep with YouTube.
So again, just keep in mind that like Harley is very litigious, all right? Just like Ethan. He has sued his friends, his ex-partners. He has sued them when they tried to start their own thing outside of Epic Mealtime just because it was food-related. And like ironically, him dropping out of Creator Clash 3, like the only relevant thing that Harley has done in the last like fucking 10 years, bro, or in the last whatever 7 or 8 years has been Creator Clash 3. His appearance on Creator Clash 1 and Creator Clash 2. So that's the only thing that's kept him in the conversation. I forgot he existed until they announced him for Creator Clash 1. I was like, oh shit, the Epic Mealtime guy? And like now, you know, he's happy to drop out of Creator Clash 3 for supposed anti-Semitism, and he was happy to train with Sam Hyde. So yeah.
Rolling, it kind of starts choosing videos for me on my couch, and then I wake up and it's like someone reading my tweets and a video playing of Hassan, and he's saying my name. And then I was thinking about you, and that happens for you all the time. Like that type of stuff's been going on for you for a long time, eh?
Well, where like Hassan is talking about me, or just all
just
these people?
No, you just like you're on YouTube, your face is there, and people are talking about some shit that you're in.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff's on my homepage just by the nature of what I watch too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying I've been showing up there, like the stuff where I'll watch, where I'll see like what's been going on on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now it's me. They say my name. I wake up to my name, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird, but.
Come on, bro. You're Harley Morenstein. By the way, you look good.
Thank you. Back in my day, no joke. Back in my day, like no YouTubers didn't talk about other YouTubers.
Interesting.
Like, so it's not like I'd wait.
time.
Yeah. So like when it was like me doing the thing, it wasn't. You know, we went to like the secret YouTube gathering in New York City. Remember that?
Yep.
It's like things like that, like the secret gathering. Have you ever been to one of those since?
No, I haven't. I've never been invited back. Actually.
This might be a very boring conversation. Keep in mind, Harley commands 2,000 to 3,000 views per video that he drops on YouTube. He has fallen the fuck off. So I'm not sure how entertaining this is going to be. By the way, I'm just hoping. But let me just check one thing actually on his Epic Mealtime channel. Because I showed you guys the views on his current channel, but he also ran Epic Mealtime into the ground. Look at this. He's been like a channel. Keep in mind, this channel has 6 million subs. Okay, 6 million subs. He's dropping podcast episodes. He's dropping podcast episodes that have 6,000 views. 6K views, 5K views, 5K views, 6K views, 7K views, 6K views, 5K views. Okay, 15K views. This one has, the last one has 23K. Presumably, I'm not sure why, actually. 9K, 5K. I mean, look, for someone with 6 million views, these are respectable views for a smaller channel. My channel gets, 9 to 10K, 11K views, whatever. But again, 6 million views, epic mealtime, ran that brand into the ground. Probably kind of an asshole to work with, let's be honest. Can't keep a team around him.
Incidentally.
Oh, but for no reason, they just didn't hit you. Me neither, by the way.
I don't think that I understand why. I'm kind of, a pain in the ass for a lot of people. But anyway, nice to see you. How are you doing after dropping out of Creator Clash? That happened, last week or the week before? I see you're sipping a Monster Energy. Is that diet or full sugar?
Yeah, it's no, only the Ultra Zeros. Got to drink on that white monster to become a white monster.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
So how you feeling?
No, this stuff is like a drug, by the way. I'm feeling good. I mean, in regards to the whole Creator Clash thing, I'm very content to not be a part of it. I mean, I wish, I got a couple friends like boxing and Creator Clash, so I'm still like, I hope it works out. But I'm happy that I'm not a part of it.
You see, when he says hope it works out, that's so disingenuous. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of rooting for this thing to fail. And again, he dropped out of Creator Clash, so he had like a condition. He had put a condition that, like, if Hassan shows up to Creator Clash 3, he will not fight. Before it was even announced whether Hassan was going to go or not, he decided to drop out. And the reason he doesn't want Hassan to show up to Creator Clash 3 is because he thinks that Hassan is anti-Semitic, because he's been drinking the Kool-Aid that Ethan has been offering. Marmar sends £5 and says, "Hello, back to my main account, no longer under disguise." Well, welcome back, Myri. We're happy to have you back. So this is what's been happening. Let's go back to that. Thank you so much for the support.
I think it's been like really ugly lately.
Yeah, it's been. And by the way, I don't know if you saw, but I think Anissa, or I think they blamed me for Lena. They says I forced Lena to drop out, and I think they insinuated that I also somehow convinced you.
Well, we know for a fact. I mean, come on, Ethan. You and Ela were live on the podcast telling Lena to text Ian and text Anissa to get you to drop out. Like, you were literally telling her, "Hey, text her right now. Why don't you text her right now? Why don't you send her a message? Send her a text that tell her it's so awkward for you to fight." So we know that, okay, they might not have directly forced Lena to drop out, like technically forced her, but they definitely made it very uncomfortable for her, and they definitely made it very obvious how they felt, both on cam and off camera. So Lena probably felt like she didn't have a choice but to drop out. So even if they didn't force her directly, sorry, the cats are trying to come in. You better not cause any trouble now. So we know for a fact they pushed, they very much pressured Lena to leave. And Ethan has talked about talking to Harley behind the scenes before Harley ever announced leaving Creator Clash. So we know that's been happening.
It whispered in your ear like
Very
worm
powerful.
tongue.
You're a very powerful man, I guess.
Yeah. Why did you quit Creator?
Because you told me to.
There it is.
Yeah. No, people are going to take that, though. They're going to be like, yeah. They're going to pause the video and react 3 minutes, being like, he said it, though. But he said it.
Honestly, I don't even find it insulting and be like, yeah, no, fuck your event. Like, my girl is out. I would be.
You see what's it's not even like Ethan, Ian and Anissa. Every time I say Ian, I say Ethan. They both, Idubbbz and Anissa, left Creator Clash. Idubbbz announced it in the last video. Maki, calm down. He announced it in the last video. He says they have no affiliation to the event anymore. Okay. This is Ethan just completely ignoring that, and he just wants the event to fail at this point because he's a petty asshole. Let's just call it for what it is.
If his event fails, which I hope it does, I would be delighted. I'll be honest. Oh, you're attacking a charity event? Shut the fuck up, bro. You didn't even give money to charity last year. Okay?
No, I think the charity, they handled that part. They did the fundraising.
So see, he's insisting he wants it to fail, and it is a charity event. Okay, say what you will about Creator Clash 2. Idubbbz did a fucking stream on YouTube, man, and they did a whole fundraiser to make up for the fact that they couldn't make money for charity. Okay, so you can't say that it wasn't. I paid my pay-per-view ticket to support charity. That's why I supported the first Creator Clash as well. They just want it to fail, and at this point, it doesn't matter what iDubbbz and Anissa say to distance themselves from Creator Clash 3. Ethan is going to pretend like they're still managing the event, like it's still their event. He just wants it to fail to spite them. So, and instead of that, you saw what Hassan did. He did a whole stream and raised like $200,000 for charity. So it just goes to show the difference between what kind of people these people are.
What, with Hassan?
Which is separate. Yeah.
That does not count as a fundraiser for Creator Clash. This is Hassan doing a fundraiser with his Twitch. What a dumb loophole.
I understand, but it had me thinking, like, that was a moment where I watched the fundraiser a little bit. And I was like, this is crazy. This is for Creator Clash? And then when it was done and the money was raised, I was like, so what's going on with the boxing now, though? Like, is that still happening?
Well, and so all that means is that they know.
The way he's laughing about it, like, he's so smug. They're so fucking smug, dude.
I don't actually have to give any of the actual revenue from Creator Clash, from the box office, from the concession, from the merch, yada yada, from the pay-per-view.
No, you know what?
They're not
I
giving
left,
a dime. They're not giving any of that to charity because thanks to Hassan.
Yeah, but no, because I left, they're gonna take all the money. They're gonna cut all the fighters like a $90,000 check or something.
Oh yeah.
Just to make me feel stupid, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think
that's also. There's no evidence that anyone's gonna get paid near to fucking $90,000. I don't know what kind of budget they think Creator Clash has. Hey, Maki, chill out. But I mean, for Harley to say this is so disingenuous, again, making it seem like they're out there handing $90,000 checks for people. That's kind of crazy.
there's going to be any money left. Honestly, I don't know how the event goes. I don't know how the event continues, frankly. I don't know how. Apparently,
I think they're very incentivized to have the event go.
Well, I'm sure they are. Why? Because they're probably just have a ton of deposits on massive, probably put a massive deposit on the arena, on the production, right? I mean,
I'm surprised that like earlier, whoever put the deposit down on the arena, and I have no idea how all this shit works.
Sorry. Kitty Carnage.
Honestly, I don't know how the event goes. I don't know how the event continues, frankly. I don't know how. Apparently,
I think they're very incentivized to have the event go.
Well, I'm sure they are. Why? Because they're probably just have a ton of deposits on massive, probably put a massive deposit on the arena, on the production, right? I mean,
I'm surprised that like earlier, whoever put the deposit down on the arena, and I have no idea how all this shit works. I just assume there's a guy that's like, hey, what's up with the boxing thing that I put a deposit down on the arena for? And
well, I mean, they want the event to keep going because A, they have fighters that have committed to this thing for months and have been training, like Lena, who trained for months and even got LASIK eye surgery to do this. It takes months and months and months of preparation to be even ready to stand in the ring for 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds and be ready to fight. It's one thing to train at the gym and be able to do 3 rounds or 6 rounds on the bag. You have to be able to do like fucking 10 rounds in the ring, bro, of sparring, of like light to mid sparring, to be able to do 3 rounds of actual fighting, bro. Like, it's insane, the amount of preparation that these fighters have to do. So it's just in their interest so that all of these fighters who've been preparing so that their preparation doesn't go to waste. That's A. 2, yeah, they probably have some financial responsibilities tied to this event. If they did pay a deposit to rent the arena, they have to do the event. You have a bunch of people that paid for pay-per-views, including myself. You have a bunch of people that have bought tickets to go to to attend it in person. They may have booked hotels. They may have booked some accommodations, so you don't want to fuck everyone over. There's like people in their families coming in. They've probably booked some talent, so someone to host the event, someone to commentate, someone to, to announce, all that sort of shit, bro. There's so many pieces in this massive puzzle that is throwing such a massive event. And they're just like, why don't they just cancel it? It's not, you don't just press a button and like cancel something like this. This has been months and months and months in the making. This is a brand that they're also trying to protect. And you have like half the fucking internet right now, mostly little fucking 12-year-old trolls and like Sam Hyde fans and H3 fans fucking hating on this event for the dumbest fucking reasons. I think I missed a couple of super chats. Dizzle McFizzle sent another $5 and says, "You play with that cat, sir? Maki. I love Maki. He's the best, but like he likes to play with all the equipment and like chew on cables and stuff." Cat sends $5 and says, "My first super chat on any channel to say I'm so glad I found this podcast. I love what you guys do. And don't forget to turn off your phone flash." Oh my God, my phone flash is still on. Has it been on the whole time? Thank you so much for that. That's so fucking funny. Thank you. I wish you didn't have to spend $5 to tell me that. That I had to turn it on when we lost power. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm honored that I'm your first super chat on every channel, on any channel. We love you. Thank you so much. It is my honor. Kat, welcome. Welcome to the family. Okay, let's get back to the video. Boom.
Then they would be like, "Oh, we lost a couple of our fights."
Hold on.
I feel like I'd be like, "What the fuck's going on there?"
Last year, Okay, this is the talking point. They raised $180,000 for charity. No, they fucking didn't. He did a charity stream on his YouTube channel, which, by the way, you can do anytime you want if you're feeling charitable. If you want to if you want to be helpful and charitable, you don't need to host this giant fucking boxing event cloaked in this whole mystique of like, oh, it's a charity event. You can't talk bad about it. You can't say anything about it. Oh, you're attacking a charity event. Please, bro, give me a fucking break. How pathetic can you get? iDubbbz, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, like this one, it'd be great if.
I mean, what an asshole, bro. I mean, look, if they want to throw a boxing event, let them throw a boxing event. What's fucking wrong with that? And if it's a charity on top, if it could be an entertaining boxing event that I love, dude. Again, Creator Clash, I will go to bat. Creator Clash is the most fucking fun influencer boxing event, like by fucking far. And let me know in the chat, would you guys be interested if I live streamed all of Creator Clash 1 and all of Creator Clash 2? And we can watch it together because I love those events. I need an excuse to watch them again, to be honest with you. So let me know if you guys would tune in with me. I'd be more than happy to do these in the lead up to Creator Clash 3. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying.
If the event happened, but I don't understand when they backed out of the company, Creator Clash, or when they said that. I didn't. And I still don't know, like, okay, so who's doing things? Like, obviously, lots of people have questions. A lot of people are curious what's going on. So who's the guy? Who's saying something? And
do we not know?
Well, actually, I saved this little bit of tea for you. You know?
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, all right. You like that, eh?
Let's see. Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, you do. No, you do, eh? You like it? Okay, no, seriously.
That's so fucking awkward, bro. Let's watch that at normal speed. It's such an uncomfortable exchange. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Do we not know?
Well, actually, I saved this little bit of tea for you. You know?
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, all right. You like that, eh?
Let's see. Yeah, what do you
got?
got?
Yeah, you do. No, you do, eh? You like it? Okay, no, seriously.
What the fuck? Why did he ask it that last time too? You like it? Yeah, it's like, we get it, bro. We get it. It's not funny, Harley. You're not funny. That's why you're getting 3,000 views on your 200,000 subscriber channel, and that's why your 6 million subscriber channel is getting 8,000 views, because you're hilarious, apparently. One more time, folks.
You know?
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, all right. You like that, eh?
Let's see. Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, you do. No, you do, eh? You like it? Okay, no, seriously.
Even Ethan is like, what the fuck, bro?
What do you got?
Yeah, you do. No, you do, eh? You like it? Okay.
Even Ethan is like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Stop. What have I done? KT. Maki, calm down. Katie carries watermelon, sends £5 and says, this is my favorite podcast where we don't have to not mention the genocide in case people get upset. I know, right? I mean, don't you mean the dispute, Katie? Don't you mean the dispute Katie's carries watermelon? It's a dispute. It's a kerfuffle. It's a war, isn't it? What genocide? Maki, what are you playing with? Thank you so much for the support. Love for 450 of you, by the way. And Karina Carrillo just pledged $5 on Patreon. Thank you to Karina Carrillo. Thank you. Thank you for the gifted. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go back to the video. This was fucking weird.
No, seriously. When they did hit me up and they were like, oh, they're out of Creator Clash. Do you want to come back in? And I've already had just bad vibes about the whole thing this year. It's been really haphazard compared to the past. I didn't want any part of it. And I was happy that I made the decisions. Plus, I already made all these arrangements to head back home to Canada. And I was on the phone and they were like, would you? And I was like, nah. And then it's like, what about, they didn't ask if I wanted more money, but I did think that they would ask if I wanted more money. And if they did, it would just go to charity. And that's fine. But like, I still feel like my head wasn't in it. But then I thought, I was like, you know what? On the phone call, I was like, well, I think if they leave and they don't own it anymore, I don't think people will believe that. I think people will be like, yeah, right. You know?
I don't believe it because even after
trust a YouTuber.
Oh, so look at that. Ethan right now is just straight up claiming and telling his audience of fucking trolls, that he doesn't believe that Ian and Anissa have nothing to do with Creator Clash anymore. He's straight up being like, hey, I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe it. They've got to have something to do with Creator Clash. So, hey, keep harassing them. Keep harassing the event. Don't buy tickets. Whatever they say. Whoever replaces Harley and Lena, don't replace it. Don't trust them. You know what I mean? Don't support them. I actually have also some tea. I mean, not some tea at this point. Nothing is tea anymore. But like, I knew before Harley announced, I knew that he had sort of given an ultimatum that like, yo, either Hassan doesn't show up, like you either ban Hassan from the event or I'm not fighting. I knew that he was doing that before he announced that he was leaving. And I also know something else that I'm not going to reveal because it would make AB and Lena look pretty bad. That's all I'm going to say, AB and Lena. You better be thankful that I'm not going to discuss that because Papa Ethan and Mama Ela, Raider of Ramallah, would not be happy about that shit. Let me tell you that. We got Ethan's basement in the chat, folks. Ethan's basement is in the chat. W's in the chat for Ethan's basement, folks. The legendary Ethan's basement. I'm not going to reveal it, folks. I cannot spill the tea. I cannot spill the tea. It'll get me in trouble. So we can't be doing none of that. Now let's go. Let's finish this call.
Shoot, that's the biggest fucking rookie mistake in the book, dude.
They're YouTuber. Everyone here's a YouTuber. Don't listen to me or Ethan. They don't
I'm
trust
one.
a
To be
YouTuber.
honest, I am one of the ones you can trust, Harley. I have never.
Obviously, I am too.
Yeah,
You're aware of that.
We're
right. Okay,
yeah,
but
yeah,
still,
we know.
I have to point it out. That's why I am trustworthy.
I don't understand what they mean when they say they stepped away from it because they, after that announcement, we're still hitting people up in the DMs trying to recruit them to fight for the event. So are you involved or are you not?
On the call?
They stepped away from it. It means they're no longer involved, bro. You got other management, whoever was their partner for Creator Clash 1 and Creator Clash 2, the production company, and whoever was responsible for that, they're going to take over. And by the way, if Ian and Anissa are still reaching out to boxers to try to find replacements, it's because they're good friends and they're good partners. Like, if they feel responsible because Ian made a content cop and a couple of fighters decided to drop out because of something he did, he's just being a responsible adult trying to find a replacement, not to screw over his business partners, bro. Why is that hard to understand? Oh, but he's still texting and trying to get fighters. Yeah, fucking obviously, bro. He doesn't want the event to fail. He wants to raise money for a charity, and he doesn't want to screw over the fighters that have been training for months. Something you don't give a shit about, by the way, Ethan. So because Ethan doesn't function like that. He's shocked that someone would try to do something nice, be a good business partner. You know what I mean? He's fucking, he can't understand it. Why would he try to find other fighters? Didn't you say you stepped away from the event? He's trying to make sure the event is successful so that the people that are going to run it have a successful night, so that the fighters have a successful night, so that they can raise money for charity. That's it, Ethan. Jesus Christ, man.
On the call, I was like, what if I owned it? Because realistically, if they are giving up ownership, then, you know, maybe there's some way in there that I can get in. And it's not like I'm trying to be, what's the word, where I'm opportunative. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just freestyling on the phone call a little bit, you know? That's what people do in Hollywood, business shit. Like, I'm just freestyling. I'm like, I don't know, bro, maybe I own it.
Right.
Because
sure.
who loves the event? I do. Who's been there since the beginning? Me.
I mean, your face was
And
at the
you know
top.
what? You know what? I'll come back and box if I want.
For the people asking me to spill the tea, look, it's not my tea to spill. Okay, if that tea is going to be revealed, if it is going to be spilled, it's not mine to spill. Someone else can say it, okay? And maybe I can ask for permission one day to ask if I can, but like, it's not, if someone is going to spill it, it's not going to be me, okay? Let them take care of that. All right, back to the video.
You know what I'll do? I'll open the books up. I'll be on H3 podcast tomorrow with Creator Clash 1 books. Let's open it up. Creator Clash 2 books. Open it up. Who got paid what? How much did Dr. Mike get? He better not. Well, it's right here. It's right here in the doc.
Why is he out here talking about like who's getting paid what on Creator Clash? And obviously, dude, some fighters might get paid more than other fighters. Okay, it's like when people are trying to argue that every actor in a Hollywood movie needs to get paid the same salary. It's like, no, whoever's the biggest box office draw, whoever has the most experience, they should command more of a higher pay. If you're bringing in more of an audience, if you're the main fight, whatever it is, there are different tiers of payment, bro. You could not like it, but not every single fighter on Creator Clash needs to be paid the same thing. They should all be paid the same to train. They should all be paid the same to prepare. But like in terms of like a salary, it's like negotiating a salary for a film. This actor has 20 years of experience. His movies have grossed a combined $4.5 billion at the box office. So we're going to pay this actor $5 million to appear in our movie. This actor has one movie under their belt. They've been in, you know what I mean? They have 3 years of experience. They've done a couple of plays. We're going to pay him $500,000. That's how it works, okay? So why are you going into the books that Dr. Mike got paid? Like, you're revealing things that don't need to be revealed right now. You know what I'm saying?
man. I'll open up everything.
Can I tell you
And they
something
were
about
like,
Dr.
oh,
Mike?
that's crazy. Yeah.
I like Dr. Mike. I had a distaste for him after the iDubbbz fight because I felt like he got a cheap shot on him. But to be honest, looking back in retrospect, Ian deserved that. So I support it now. But
Yeah, but I don't think Dr. Mike knew. He didn't know. He just
What an asshole. For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, in the iDubbbz versus Dr. Mike fight in Creator Clash 1, at the start of the second round, I think, like they tapped gloves, iDubbbz and Dr. Mike, and Dr. Mike right away like went in for a punch, like right after the tap. Like it was kind of, it's not an illegal move, but it was definitely a cheap shot. It was a dirty shot. You know what I mean? And Ethan is now praising Dr. Mike for that cheap shot.
the cheap shot. And I got to be honest, the reason why I'm standing on him doing the cheap shot is that was the moment I started to like Dr. Mike.
That was it.
I'm like, look at this guy. He wants to win the boxing. Oh
He's
my
so
God.
motivated. He's a competitor.
It's sick. I was like, careful, bro. Dr. Mike will get you, dude. Don't ever trust a YouTuber.
Even the doctors.
Not even the doctors. He tried to fucking hit him right at the beginning.
He did a Jubilee video that I thought was really good where he argued with a bunch of anti-vaxxers. But in that video, he was watching, Zach, you'll appreciate this, and you can pull up a picture of it. He was wearing a blue ceramic AP that goes for like $400,000. And I'm saying that's Dr. Mike money. You know what I mean?
Dr. Mike, yeah, I could see him being about that life, most definitely.
Sorry, I missed the super chat. The H3 show sent $2 and says Ethan sided with cancer and the fight against cancer. Basically, you know what I mean? And instead of having Hassan do a fundraiser to make to raise money for charity and make up for all the damage they're doing to the event, Ethan's not doing shit. He's letting Hassan make up for that. So hey, good on Hassan.
It's
Guy's
this one.
a nice guy.
Zoom in on that. That's not the one I'm talking about. Go to the Jubilee one. But what is that? I wanted to peep that. Yeah, in the Jubilee one, you'll see. Blue ceramic. Oh, this is the one. Yep, this is it. This watch, and it's a beautiful watch.
How much is this watch?
So here, I'll pull it up. This watch is on sale. This is overpriced, I think, but it's $500,000 currently. Is this the only blue ceramic one they have? Because this one's perpetual. Do they have like a non-perpetual one? Because that would be less. I don't know.
I think they might make a chronograph.
Listen, I fucking hate watch talk on H3. It's always fucking boring. So, I mean, let's watch this, I guess. But fuck watches, folks. I mean, I want to buy a watch. I want to buy one of those fucking the vintage gold Casios, the digital ones, but with like they got a few buttons and shit. I've always wanted one of those. I forgot to buy one when I was in the States just now, man. I had so much shit to buy, and I forgot to buy that fucking gold Casio. God damn it.
I'll look around.
Yeah, find that for me. But anyway, just send me a screenshot. But who cares? So
Yeah, there was a time when I was really serious about buying a watch, and I went and I looked at it and held it many times. This was like 2017. I really wanted a Rolex.
Yep.
And it was $60,000 in rose gold, and I was
60,000. Okay. 1 second. I gotta show you the watch that I would get. Just. Doom 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 doom. This is basically the watch that I want. Actually, no, maybe this one. Oh, it's $55. Look at that. This is the watch I want, folks. Vintage Casio. Gold. You know what I mean? That nice little digital. $55. Shit, I'd rock the shit out of that, bro. And that to me is more than enough. Hey, no. Get $15 off your first purchase. Wow. No, thank you. Anyways, folks, you tell me what you think about that watch in the chat. It's a very popular watch. Like, it's a very common watch.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was on drugs when I was thinking about it.
That was insane. You're glad you didn't, yeah? Or were you actually on drugs?
Well, because not actually every time that I went to go inspect the watch, but in that era, you know, I was living life and all that. But I'm just not a guy that's good with it. Like I'll leave it somewhere. I'm gonna scratch it. I'm not.
You can get insurance.
Ethan's Basement is asking if it has a calculator. I don't think so. Bingo Bongo says it's not vintage. I know it's not vintage. They're making it look vintage. They're trying to. Yes, guitar guy Nick. He is the guy who doubted that the doctors were murdered. So yes, Harley Morenstein is also a Zionist and very pro-Israel. So, yep.
Good with things, but I'm just not that guy. Now look what I'm doing. Now look what I've done, and it's on my wrist, and then it's like, it's different.
Haley D sends $2 and says that's why you should open the PO box. Surprises, I know, right? I know you guys can't send me a watch now, but I'm gonna take care of the actually tomorrow. I'm gonna go write down a note later. I need to do that PO box. So I promise you guys, I want to get those. I want to get that weird cheese that Dizzle McFizzle wanted to send. Mudmud sends £5 and says the watch talk gives me the ick. Rich people showing off status symbols. Eek. I know it's gross. It's gross. I'm showing you guys my status symbol. I want a $55 watch. That is my goal.
Friend, you know, like you're married, you have a family. It's fun.
Sorry, I was pausing a lot. Let me go back a little bit. Here.
Like I'll leave it somewhere. I'm gonna scratch it. I'm not.
You can get
I'm not
insurance.
good with things, but I'm just not that guy. Now look what I'm doing. Now look what I've done, and it's on my wrist. And then it's like, it's different, you know. Like you're married, you have a family. It's fun to play the watches game. You have an expensive watch, and you're not. Like this is like it could attract people. You know what I mean? You got a tight circle. You don't know what type of people you bring in with a watch. You know what I mean? They're like look at this. This guy's got money.
Especially
this
one
guy's
like
got
this.
money.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well,
watch,
yeah,
though.
Michael.
Guys, this is a humble podcast. Okay, this is the Everyman's podcast. This is what the H3 podcast used to be. Okay, we're not here to talk about fancy, expensive watches. We're here to talk about $55 Casio watches. Okay, but also like wearing having like a $2,000 watch, anything that costs thousands of dollars, like wrapped around my wrist that I could easily smack or hit or drop. Like, bro, when I buy a new phone, I'm like terrified for the first like 3 months of like dropping it. I like wrap it and shit all the time. Like, I don't like having expensive things, bro, because I'm always afraid that I'm gonna drop them and break them. Having a watch strapped to my wrist, that is just I'm just begging for it to be smashed, bro. At this point, like that shit terrifies me.
Friend Michael.
He's got a $500,000 watch. Is that what you were just showing me?
Yes, essentially. Not bad.
That's crazy, but I guess that makes sense.
He's a big deal.
He's a big YouTuber,
Yeah.
a big deal, and he's also a doctor.
Has he have time for that?
pretty
Does he
big.
still practice? I question how that's even possible. How do you practice and be a full-time YouTuber? Those patients are not getting the care that they deserve.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I never even gave a shit to think that hard about it.
Yeah. I think a lot about Dr. Mike, you know?
Yeah, I saw him live doing the boxing. I met him. He's a cool dude. But yeah, I never went to his channel. Just he had a birthday once. I remember during COVID, and Dr. Mike really made the rounds then.
Yeah, the COVID party. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Rave said, I sold my engagement ring to pay for medical treatment, so I fucking hate watch talk. Damn, I hope the medical treatment went fine, Rave. We hope you're okay. That's a fucked up story. But yeah, I mean, it's very tone deaf. It's very tone deaf for Ethan to be talking about this when he knows the vast majority of his audience cannot afford a fucking Rolex, and he's out here talking about Rolexes and expensive watches and gloating and shit as they send him money. As they send him fucking, here's $100 dono, Ethan, here's a 50, please read my dono. And they're sending donations, bro. And most of them aren't even getting read. That's what's fucking crazy. They're just sending rich people money, and they just ignore their fucking donations, bro. Like, it's insane. That's what. And then he says that Frogan is like begging for money on stream. Like, are you kidding me, Ethan? What the fuck, bro?
So anywho, just to put a cap on the Creator Clash thing, it's not a charity event, and basically I hope it fails. And even though I didn't convince you or Lena to, because I wouldn't do that, if I did, then I'm proud of it, and I hope your event fails, Ian, you dumb, incompetent loser, and Anissa too, idiot, loser, incompetent.
And also, and another thing coming from me, you know what?
What the fuck, bro? So he's literally saying, I hope the event fails, and he's saying that I didn't convince Lena and AB to drop out, but even if I did, I'm happy I did, and I'm proud that I did. So, and we know he didn't. He might have not directly told them to drop out, but we know he kind of. We know that he fucking pressured them to drop out. Okay, we know that. I also revealed something else on I did a member stream like on Sunday, and I revealed a couple of things that I knew about Lena and AB dropping out. That like they revealed that that Lena's outfit was gonna be a Palestine thing. I knew that. I knew that before she revealed it. I was aware, and I also was aware that Teddy Fresh did not make her outfit, her fighting clothes, her Palestine flag thing and stuff. Teddy Fresh was not going to be doing that. So ask yourselves why. Nuxaltal sends $5 and says, unrelated, I owe Ian and Anissa an apology to their DC mods. I was too upset at H3 and their craziness towards them. My intention wasn't to stress them. You mean CC mods? To their mods, I was too upset at H3. I'm sure they'll forgive you, Nuxaltal. We get you. Why? Did you get banned on some kind of chat or something? Let's get back to the video.
I got friends in the event. If it goes down, that's cool. It's cool. I'm happy I'm not a part of it. And it's not, you know what, the Content Cop came out and I was still going to be boxing. I remember being in your subreddit talking to people being like, I'm still boxing.
Lena was too,
you know?
until
Oh, so you see, he spends time in the H3 subreddit, which is basically a Hassan snark subreddit. It is a snark subreddit against anyone that doesn't agree with the H3 podcast. And this guy likes spending time there.
until he was like, you have to promote.
Yeah. Well, this is the part where I was like, okay, this is where if I was a part of it, and I am a complainer, I'm a big complainer for sure, I would be angrier than everyone else is, because I'd be super like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's even happening? Why are the owners leaving? Who's coming? Basically, everything that was in that Discord message that got shared.
AB, do you feel slighted? They have a picture of you getting punched in the face as they're like.
I'm doing the punch. I just look goofy. Yeah.
Oh, is that your big punch moment? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm punching.
Well, look, they've even got AB still.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good that's your big punch moment. My big punch moment is me getting punched out of the ring.
I actually just sent that. That was, in my opinion, no offense, you did great, but that was the funniest moment from the second one, was seeing your reaction when you looked up at the announcers.
It's like, I think I missed something that Harley said. Sorry, guys.
And I am a complainer. I'm a big complainer for sure. I would be angrier than everyone else is, because I'd be super like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what's even happening? Why are the owners leaving? Who's coming? Basically, everything that was in that Discord message that got shared.
AB, do you feel slighted? They have a picture of you getting.
I mean, look, I do. If I was a fighter, I guess I would be. I mean, just to be fair, I'm a huge iDubbbz fan, and I love iDubbbz and Anissa. But like, if I was a fighter at Creator Clash, I guess I would be thrown off a little bit by the changes that are happening. Let's keep it real. You've been training for this event for months. The main organizers get themselves in this big controversy and drama with Ethan Klein, so that means endless back and forths, and that means harassment for months, and that means he's not gonna stop shitting on the event. So they're a little bit concerned about, is the event still viable? The event lost two of its bigger fights, I would say, with Lena and Harley, even though Harley is not a popular content creator anymore. His fights at Creator Clash are entertaining, and fans of Creator Clash were looking forward to watching those fights again. So the event did take some hits, and I do understand that if some fighters are feeling a little bit hesitant right now or unclear, like, look, I don't know what kind of communication is happening between the organizers and the fighters behind the scenes. You know what I mean? They might be talking every day now and giving them updates and telling them what's up. But like, it does seem, if I were a fighter, I would be a little bit worried. And I would want someone to hold my hand during this time and basically give me daily updates. Like, yo, don't worry. This is what's happening. Okay, we hear you. We're doing our best to sell tickets. We're doing our best to push the pay-per-view. The event is still happening 100%. Keep training, keep etc. I would want a bit of reassuring, and I can't confirm or deny whatever the fuck Harley is saying right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Punched in the face as they're like.
I'm doing the punch. I just look goofy. Yeah.
Oh, is that your big punch moment? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm punching.
Yeah, there's Will Neff.
They've even got AB
the
still.
Will Neff fight is going to be
That's
big.
good. That's good that's your big punch moment. My big punch moment.
I'm excited to see the Ren fight, the guy from Corridor Crew. He's fighting someone. I'm excited to see that. I don't know a lot of the other creators. There's Jenna Ray. I forget her name. She fought in Creator Clash 2. I'm excited to see her fight. She's a returning fighter. She's going to be cool. I think she's like a Twitch streamer. So I'm excited to see that fight as well.
Is me getting punched out of the ring.
I actually just sent that. That was, in my opinion, no offense, you did great, but that was the funniest moment from the second one, was seeing your reaction when you looked up at the announcers after you rolled out.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Dude, I don't know anything about this Kevin Lerdwichagel. What the hell is that name? Sorry. Lerdwichagel.
We got North Star Radio in the chat, folks. W's in the chat for North Star Radio. Our brother in arms, Comrade Casey. We salute you. We love you. Yeah, Will, Ren, the myth fight I'm excited for as well. I'm excited for the myth fight. So there's like 4 fights that I'm excited for. Will Neff, Ren, Myth, and Jenna, or Jayla Ray, I think. Jayla Ray, that's her name. So those are the ones that I'm most excited about. SD Fastby says, yeah, the best thing Ian and Anissa did was to give ownership to someone else. Ethan was making it impossible for Creator Clash to go positive. It is. As much as it sucks to say, I guess it was the best thing for them to do, because it was getting very distracting, and that's all that people are talking about online. Instead of the fights, instead of all of that, instead of the training, instead of the training montages, everyone's talking about the negativity and Ethan versus this, and they're bringing Hassan into it. It has become a massive distraction. The only problem is Ethan is not going to let them move on. he literally just said in this video that he doesn't believe that Ian and Anissa have nothing to do with the event. He hopes it's going to fail. He still wants it to fail. He's not going to stop shitting on it until it fucking happens. So that's the unfortunate thing, is that they're kind of in a lose-lose situation right now because they've divorced themselves from it, but Ethan doesn't care. The H3 fans don't care. The Sam Hyde fans don't care.
Goal. Kevin Lordwichigal versus Myth. Myth is like a certified freaking special ops killer, dude. This guy's going to get destroyed.
Yeah, Myth is going to.
I don't know. I don't know anything about that guy. Hey, LA Beast, my man. Honestly, he's a victim in all this. I really was super disappointed how that played out. I just think it's been. I can't stress it enough. I'm just happy to not be a part of it. It's been really messy. I don't know what the fuck is going on over there.
Yeah, I feel bad for everyone still involved because it sounds like people are just invested. You know what I mean?
Freddie Wong. I think this guy is also part of Corridor Crew. So I'm excited. He does VFX, so I'm excited to see him fight as well. Actually. Yeah, so this is Jayla Ray. She's going to be fighting Ali Spaniola, who I don't know, but I know Jayla Ray, fan of hers from the second Creator Clash.
Like, you were smart, and you demanded they pay you up front. We should have done that. I never thought that.
I would have left even if that didn't have that happen.
Yeah.
I would have left. But to be fair, I would have left, and I also would have asked for it back. And if I were Lena, I would ask for it back 1,000,000,000%.
Did you ever directly ask them for it, Lena or AB?
I don't remember how it was brought up, honestly. I believe we did.
Yeah,
when I was talking to the team when they were talking about Lena needing to promote.
They're not paying them back. There's 0% chance.
Call them right now, Ethan. Call them. Call them and tell them.
Oh,
to do
dude, look at Mike's slaying it. He knows, Zach. Oh yeah, no, that's the perpetual. That's a $500,000 watch.
Yeah, that's nice.
Holy fuck, dude.
That is an ugly. That is like way too bright to be worn as a watch. And by the way, you saw Ethan be like, "Call them right, Harley. Call them right now. Call them and ask for the money back." Like, how fucking awkward is that? He's putting AB and Lena, and they say that I'm putting them in an awkward position when I call them out. Why are you telling your employees to call iDubbbz live on air and ask for their money back, bro? Like, talk about making a work environment uncomfortable.
He's standing next to John Mayer.
$500,000 watch is crazy.
No wonder he's got that big of a smile. Look at him. Look at that. That's a man with a $500,000 watch.
That's a doctor with a $500,000 watch, by the way.
Shit, bro. He wears it kind of funny, don't you think, Zach? It's up above the knuckle.
It's not fitted right.
And it's super tight.
He needs more links on the other side.
Yeah, what's going on, Dr. Mike? Get your shit together.
Damn, that's crazy. You get a $500,000 watch and it still gets roasted on the podcast?
Fuck yeah,
That's
dude.
so
He's wearing it like a goofball. You shouldn't wear it above the what is this
the
called?
bone.
The wrist bone. Unless you're wearing a
oh,
dress
really?
shirt, right?
It's called the.
What? Wait, hold on. Tell me about this. What are you guys talking about? Because I want to hear about this.
So
I had someone saying it looks like a kid's watch. I had a fucking phone for a couple of years. It was a Chinese phone, the Honor 8X. It was this exact shade of blue, and I couldn't stand that. Like, look, I have blue. I like blue. Like, I have blue boxing gloves. I don't mind blue, but like for like a fucking watch that costs $500,000, I don't know. I wouldn't get that shade of blue. And I like colors. Look, like I have the blue, the baby blue iPhone 14, because I like pastel colors too. I'll fuck with like a pastel or something, but like such a strong blue. That's weird. By the way, how long was my flashlight on for? I think it was on for a while. That's so funny. Okay, back to the video, folks. Hideous watch.
if you're wearing a dress shirt or a suit, you want to wear it above the wrist bone so that it can peek out of the dress shirt, right? Classic.
Okay,
Just see like that much of it. If you're not, then you want to wear it, in my opinion.
I got it. One sec. I got to go get my phone. It's the same fucking shade of blue. Oh, can't find it. That was a waste of time. Sorry, guys.
Past the knuckle bone, like this on the wrist, right, Zach?
Yeah, I understand.
That
That's
is
interesting.
proper wrist etiquette.
Yeah.
You ever get
You don't
afraid
think
that
there's
it's
a
just gonna
certain
fall
price?
off your wrist, Ethan?
No, why would it do that?
Well, with your tiny little hands, when you have it here, it's pretty much the same
Come
width
on,
of your
bro,
wrist,
why
and
we doing
so.
that? Why even go there? That's what I'm saying.
but-
I just had to jump in for that real quick.
You don't
for
think there's a
interjecting,
price
Dan.
threshold? You don't think there's a price threshold where you're like, no, you put the watch, it's 500K up, it goes over the bone there. You can't have it sliding up and down your forearm. It's $500,000. Look at your wrist. You do it. Go up and down like that. The watch is gonna move. You don't do that with
doesn't.
half a mil.
I've
though.
lost
No,
my
doesn't.
spare
Not at all.
phone.
It's not gonna. Okay. That's where a $500,000 watch is supposed to go. Where you have it right there.
Fuck yeah.
That's how he's supposed to. Let me see that again.
Dr. Mike is a Zionist? How do we know?
You want a little play with it.
Yeah. Anywho, so Dr. Mike,
Little
everybody.
play.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see. When is this event supposed to be taking place?
June 28th, I believe.
So he said we're done talking about Creator Clash, and now they're back to talking about Creator Clash. He only has you on to talk about Creator Clash and iDubbbz and any say. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't give a fuck about anything else. You're literally just there to talk shit about the event.
June 28th. I can't wait. I'm so excited to see what you guys
Will you
do.
watch it? I'm gonna watch it.
Fuck no, I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, but I understand if you don't, for sure. That's for sure. What was the What I got a question. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What's like the what was the dynamics? I remember, you're friends with iDubbbz and Joji, and like the whole gang you guys had there. You're friends with Max as well. What was?
I don't think I ever. I met Max briefly, maybe I think a couple of times, but I wasn't like friends with him. Not that I was not friendly with him. I never hung out with him like the other guys, or collab.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was just curious about the dynamic back then. But you don't talk to Joji anymore, do you?
No.
Such a boring conversation, bro. Advisory. And AB's car is tacky as fuck. I feel so snarky today. Well, just go have fun in the chat. Don't go too crazy though.
I haven't spoken. The last time I spoke to him, I posted something nice about him on Twitter. Something about how like it's amazing how he turned Filthy Frank into this Joji thing. And he messaged me. He was angry at me. He's like, don't talk about Filthy Frank and Joji together ever again. Or not, he wasn't like that, but I was like, Jesus, okay. Anyway, that was
he made an interesting point once on a video, and then he backpedaled on it. And I remember it's a long time ago, but he was on I think it was
Ethan's Basement says Harley is stuck in 2010. Exactly. He's just talking about like 2010 YouTubers, Joji, and what, JonTron, and Old H3, and like a fucking Epic Mealtime. Like, move on, Harley. No one cares. Your one chance to move on was Creator Clash, and look at you now.
ones. And he asked him like, oh, what was any regrets or something? And he was like, I regret moving into music, not doing it earlier, not having the faith in myself to do that earlier. And it was like this really I was like, damn, I'm like, that's like hitting for me a bit. And then he was like, nah, and he backpedaled on it. And the reason why I bring it up is because he just seemed really conscious of his image. Whereas the story that you just told me also sounds like he was super conscious of his image.
He's very embarrassed by because he wants to be a mainstream artist. And I mean, he's done a long way of getting there. But I think he's really embarrassed by the Filthy Frank thing. Obviously, like, everybody loves Filthy Frank, but that shit, I mean, listen, that shit does not age well. None of that stuff does. You know what I mean? Like, it all, to be honest, I have not gone back and watched.
Yeah, because, Ethan, your old videos have aged brilliantly. Fucking Vape Nation, whoo, fucking shit's hilarious in 2025, am I right? All that fucking shit aged badly, Ethan.
Watched a Filthy Frank video in probably 10 years or something. Shall we do that right now?
Okay. No, okay. Nah.
You know, but I can see why he's embarrassed by it. We're all embarrassed by our.
Nah, we ain't
You know
doing
what
that.
I mean? Like, shit. You know, I've. It is what it is. So, did you ever hear? You saw this message from Freddie Wong that was in chat of him being like, "What the fuck's going on?" Basically. Did you hear from any of the fighters? That was there ever a follow up to that? Do you have any intel?
That message was like, I saw that message and I was like, yes. Obviously, everything he said, that's some like old YouTuber type shit right there. Because
Wendy sends $2 and says, "Why are you subjecting us to this?" I'm sorry, Wendy. I thought it would be more entertaining. I don't pre-watch these. I'm reacting to this live with you guys, so kind of sucks.
back in the day, I had during the first Creator Clash, I remembered getting the contract, and I was like, "Oh, this is the worst contract I've ever seen in my life." And I showed it to my boxing buddies, and they were like, "No, this is a standard boxing contract. Boxing contracts are shit." And I hit them up and, expressed some things. And they basically gave me their word on a bunch of stuff. And we're like, I can't change the contract, though, so it is what it is. And I was boxing Aaron from Game Grumps. And I was like, there's no way Aaron from Game Grumps signed this contract. I hit him up and I was like, you see this contract? He's like, yeah. I was like, you signed that shit? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And it seemed like everyone was doing it. But then I found out Aaron, basically, he is an owner of Creator Clash.
Oh,
he
does the
company.
production company.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh, of course he signed the contract. It's like
Didn't disclose that.
It's his contract.
Well, what was so bad about the contract?
I didn't take it that way, though.
Okay, so Aaron has the production company that produced Creator Clash. That means he's probably the owner for Creator Clash 3 right now. He might be the head guy right now, which would be actually pretty cool. He's part of it. He was part of the original one. He's a likable dude.
It's just the contract was just shit. It was just everything was just like if anything fucks up, that's you. You can't back out. They could take you out. Blah blah blah. They're
We don't
chill.
pay you
You're not
back.
chill.
We own your image in perpetuity forever in connection with the event. All that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that stuff like that. And then the second one, I just jumped in, because the first one went so well. And for this one, I just wanted to. I just kept discovering things. The way the event was running, I kept discovering things, and so I didn't end up signing because it just didn't feel, especially the way the last one was. And I love how the event ran, but it really hurt the feelings of a lot of fighters that the charities didn't get money, and we were informed months after. So it was something that I was just like, oh, I have to remember I am working with YouTubers. So if I were still involved, I would have been exactly Freddie's sentiment for sure. I would have asked all those questions because that's just the way you should move in that scenario. Right. And I don't know, I got removed after the message got leaked, but that's not me. And I do understand it's procedure. I shouldn't have been in there, But I mean, I'd like to imagine that they found some, like, I don't know. Listen, the event, like I was saying, when I was halfway being serious, being like, I should own it. I'll be on H3 podcast tomorrow, opening up all the books. Like, this was legit. I would really have thought about that, but they weren't enthused because it is a crazy idea. But also, I don't even know if I would want that. The brand of the event has changed so much from what it was the first time around.
Again, coming from the guy who trained with Sam Hyde, who is a Nazi and a pedophile, and who's also a huge enemy to iDubbbz. Like, the guy fucking hates iDubbbz, harasses him and Anissa all fucking day. And this guy knowingly trained with him right before Creator Clash, and then is surprised when they ask him, we don't want Sam Hyde at the event, etc. Hun just gifted 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much, Hun. I'm sorry, guys, if this was boring. I thought this would be more interesting, to be honest with you. Let's see, maybe if I'll have time to react to something else after this. But there's going to be a full episode of the podcast tomorrow. We are reacting to AB and Lena. Tomorrow, I saw someone mention that in the live chat. We're going to be talking about that more tomorrow, folks, I promise.
The first time around, it was just good vibes and chill. And now this one has strange energy attached.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, too, all the fighters, there's in the second one, there's a lot of big names involved. And they're spending their time, which is worth a lot of money, for charity, and the fighters are spending a whole bunch of time for no monetary gain, or I guess not a big one. If you're a big YouTuber, I can't imagine that the money would incentivize you that much. But all these people's time, they got schemed, bro. They all got swindled.
Because, look, there's no conversation to be had. This is a 5-minute conversation. So, why did you leave Creator Clash? Oh, okay, fuck Ian and Anissa. He's trying to stretch that 5-minute conversation into the whole content, bro. Sorry, let me come back to my desktop. He's trying to stretch it into, how long was this conversation? Started at 1:13 to 1:50, bro. He's trying to make a 5-minute conversation into 40 minutes of hey, let's shit on Anissa and iDubbbz a little bit more. What more do you want to say? What more about the payments? What more about the contracts? Let's talk about this sketchy event and how sketchy it is. You can't trust it. He's just trying to, if you were interested in fucking buying a ticket, how we say it in Arabic, bro. He wants you to just fucking be disgusted by the whole thing. And
your time, that's even more precious than money. You can't get that shit back ever. He literally sucked the soul out of their bodies. Yeah. And fucking converted it into.
I don't think he literally did that.
Hold on, let me finish.
He's not Shao Kahn.
Let me finish. He literally sucked the souls out of their body and converted the energy into 25-cent tattoos from the Chuck E. Cheese.
Hilarious, Ethan. Hilarious.
They appeared on his skin after Creator Clash 2. After he absorbed the souls of all the lost time of all of his fighters.
Huh. Fascinating.
It is fascinating. It is. Yeah, he's such a loser. It's actually hard to believe, man. I still can't believe it. I look at him and I go, wow, this guy's the biggest loser on YouTube. He's such a loser, Harley, that this guy made a content cop about me, right? Which is supposed to be a big deal.
What kind of podcast is this, bro? I'm sorry I'm reacting to this. But Hun says, no apologies needed. Happy to support everything you do. Well, thank you. Thank you for the $2 Canadian as well, Hun. What? He's just sitting there iDubbbz is stupid. Isn't iDubbbz stupid, Harley? Let's talk about how stupid iDubbbz is. He's so stupid. Let's do it for 40 minutes because I need to fill 3.5 hours of podcast to get more ad revenue. What is this, bro? What a petty little fucking asshole, man. He's just, that's why part of me is I don't want iDubbbz to make any more Ethan videos because anyone who makes videos about Ethan right now, Ethan is just responding. We're just giving Ethan more to make videos out of and to milk it, bro. Now, he's not going to leave iDubbbz alone, bro. He's just milking the fuck out of it. There's nothing for him to say.
And I'm so grateful to him because he brought a shitload of people back to the podcast who are now enjoying. They're right here enjoying it with us. And I welcome all, everyone who came from the Content Cop. It's so nice to have you here.
It's crazy that he just literally just fucking said it. And just think for a moment, who is this new audience that he has? Who hates iDubbbz on the internet? Fucking Sam Hyde fans. Fucking literal Nazis, bro. A fucking pedophile. Those are the fans that he's so happy to invite. Come on over to the H3 fandom. Come on over. He used to have like Hassan fans, actual fucking leftists who actually care about Palestine, who care about like actual social issues. He now has the worst of the worst, bro. This is what the H3 podcast fucking stands for now, bro. Disgusting. Dreadful Utopia sends £2 and says, this is H3 now? Utterly unwatchable, mate. I know. And the fact that he's so proud of the fucking Destiny fans. And just anyone who hates iDubbbz, welcome to the Oh, I have the other camera turned off where the crew normally is. Welcome to the family, guys. Welcome. Thank you for enjoying the H3 podcast, the We Hate iDubbbz show, and We Love Israel show. We love Sam Hyde, too.
Can I be honest with those people?
Just don't push them away, but yeah.
I had kind of known that it was coming.
You knew the Content Cop was coming?
Yeah, it was kind of run by me, kind of.
Okay, well,
I didn't think it was gonna be what it was or look like how it did, you know.
Tell me everything. What are you waiting for?
Well, listen. I'm trying to, you want to listen. Okay.
Tell me.
This is spicy. This might be related to that little piece of tea that I wanted to reveal. I had some tea that I mentioned a little bit earlier. If Harley's saying that he knew the Content Cop was coming, did someone else know that the Content Cop was coming? I ask you that. Audience, what do you think? If Harley knew, do you think someone else knew and just never mentioned it to Ethan and Hila? Let's go back to the video.
I didn't know who knew. So I kind of messaged AB in a weird way to trying to fish out if he knew. but I've been messaging him, but I don't think he picked up on it. I don't think I was obvious. I kind of messaged AB in a weird way to trying to fish out if he knew. but I've been messaging him, but I don't think he picked up on it. I don't think I was obvious enough. I was just like, yo, things are crazy over there. And I think I shared something that someone was like, it'll be on H3. And I was like, imagine this happens. I forget what my words were.
You messaged me and you said something like, I know things are crazy.
So Ethan is putting it together now. Ethan is kind of thinking, did AB lie to me? Casual Sheep Gardener says, Anthony, I Discord DM'd you. I'd like to interview you. Well, Casual Sheep Gardener, that would be great. I'd never check Discord DMs. Nour, if you're in the chat still, remind me to check the chat. So folks, did AB and Lena know about the Content Cop before it came out? I'm not saying they knew. I'm not saying it. But Harley's saying he knew, and Harley's saying he even talked to AB about it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that AB and Lena knew about the Content Cop? And do you think that AB and Lena pretended not to know when it came out and pretended to be like, oh, what? There's a Content Cop on you, Ethan? What? I'm so shocked. What are we going to do? Might have they known from the beginning? And were they aware? Think about that, Ethan. Megavirus 700 sends $20 and says, sorry, but I can't let it go. If the criticism with H3 and crew is that their content aids a genocide, why pull punches on their reputation? The stakes are too high to not tell the truth at risk of being impolite. If you're talking about me, Megavirus, we're never polite. We're never polite here, Megavirus. We're always impolite, maybe too impolite, actually. But yeah, folks, so I'm not saying I know, I'm not saying who told me, and I'm not saying that this is the tea that I was going to spill, but Harley's doing it for me. Harley is spilling the tea for me. Keeker Guardian Sailor Moon. Keeker Kierkegaarden Sailor Moon sends 20 Canadian dollars and says, after living 15 years in the borough Harley is from, I doubt Ethan is behind his Zionism. Our MP almost quit the LPC for recognizing Palestine's statehood. The Tory who nearly won was lawyer against the McGill pro-Palestine encampment. Okay, so Zionism runs deep in the land, apparently. Damn. That's horrible. But anyways, folks, so that is potentially some tea right there. I'm curious, what is Ethan going to say about this?
I hope you're doing okay. You're in the middle of everything, I know. But
there was something hidden in there that was like, imagine this happened, and it was like, I was like, you think it would be this?
The message I did
but
find
you
a little
didn't even
sus
read it.
because you said you apologized to me. You're like, I'm sorry if I said anything out of line, and I didn't know what you were talking about. I said,
that was a previous thing that had happened.
Okay.
But then
What'd you say about AB?
No, I never said anything. I just never said anything. I was just like, hey, I don't know if I.
What do you say about you, AB?
I don't think it was me directly. I think he was on Twitter and he made a tweet that people found offensive. I again at the time I didn't read it, and I was.
I don't know what they're talking about right now. Whatever tweet they're talking about.
I haven't seen what you said, but I mean, we've always been cool. But I haven't seen it.
That's not the tea I'm serving, though. So let's talk about something else for a second.
Okay,
by the way, Megavirus, thank you for the $20. That was very generous. Kierkegaarden Sailor Moon, thank you so much for the 20. Also very generous. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone's messages. Very kind of you all. And thank you for being here. We have 658 of you live with us right now.
I did eventually see it, but I'll talk to you about that in private.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't sure who knew or whatever. I also didn't know what the content of it would be.
Oh, how'd you find out?
I spoke with Ian.
Who?
Megavirus, if you're talking about me sort of pulling my punches, I'm not pulling my punches. I'm just trying to protect my sources in that case. I'm just trying to protect whoever told me about this, if they, you know what I mean, if they don't want it revealed. But at this point, Harley's kind of revealing it for us. But yeah, no, I just don't want to reveal my sources or anything, which I'm not doing. And again, that's not necessarily what I knew. Let's keep it vague.
Volunteered it.
Well, yeah, because, I talked to him. I was talking to him, and we were, and I guess, it came by. And I think I was naive with my thoughts about it, because I was like, on just Ethan, or like Ethan and Hassan. Which, by the way, what do you think would happen if you both had imagine he got Hassan in a content cop on you, but you were also in that video.
That would have been fucking.
Fucking both.
That would have been an interesting idea, where he made like 2 competing videos with both of us against each other. That would have been a really cool idea.
Yeah. Well, then because then it becomes, it's almost like apolitical by default in that sense, because I was like, oh, the tea would be crazy, and I thought about it. I was like, a video like that would get like so many views. People would just be like,
sorry, the live chat is more interesting right now than the video. Yeah, like, guys, again, I don't know what I know. I know that's not true. I don't know who told me. I don't know who told me what. But no, it's not. Someone wrote that someone told me that's not true. Mithy Eve said, gifts 5 Do Not Worry memberships. W's in the chat for Mithy Eve. Thank you so much for the support.
What the fuck? So part of me is always like, YouTubers.
Was he talking about Hassan getting a content cop? I completely zoned out. Anytime Harley speaks, I zone out. He's so boring.
Because,
But he almost outed AB, bro. He almost fucking outed AB for fuck. And, like, AB clearly didn't want to talk about it. AB's trying to keep that shit quiet. Like, like Ethan's looking at AB like, did you know, motherfucker? Did you know? AB, did you know? Hey, I don't know. Just ask him questions. Did AB and Lena know? Who knows, man? Who knows?
But I was like, oh, the tea would be crazy, and I thought about it. I was like, a video like that would get like so many views. People would just be like, what the fuck? So part of me is always,
since this was boring, there's another video that I'm gonna prep right now to watch. It's Ethan was wrong about Israeli society. I don't feel like this video was worth you guys clicking here and watching. So since this is kind of shit, I want to make sure you guys get something entertaining to watch. So we're going to react to another video right after this. I owe you guys some entertainment, folks. If we're gonna sit together and watch shit, it better be fucking entertaining. And I don't think this video was entertaining enough. So I'm prepping another video. We have a few minutes left here, and then we're gonna react to Ethan Klein is wrong about Israeli society. I was gonna save that for another solo stream, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do it right now. So buckle up, folks. We're gonna 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's go, baby. Papa Yaka says, play something non-Ethan. Well, we reacted to the first episode of Her Take yesterday, which was hilarious. It was very exciting. Her Take, a horrible show with Anna Kasparian, Lindy Lee, basically four Republican women, and we're gonna watch episode 2 soon. Next week we're doing like a full Lebanese episode. Lebanese TikTokers, Lebanese influencers, Lebanese cringe. A Dreadful Utopia sends a sticker, gifted sticker, £1. Thank you so much. So we are going to let's finish this shit show right here.
It's like, you know, YouTubers will do what they do to get the most views. You know what I'm saying?
So what was that conversation? You said he said I'm doing it on H3, and then you asked a follow-up question. Was he going to be?
North Star Radio is saying that the next video is not about Ethan. Yeah, it's mainly about Israeli society. That's what it's going to be about, for the most part, and why they're shitty.
I was like, what you got? Like, is it on the whole thing, the whole drama? But it was like, no, it would be on Ethan. You know, and I was like, I actually said, I was like, I saw Ethan's content nuke, and it made me look at Hassan very weirdly. I already seen these clips, but I hadn't been watching your stuff for a little bit. You know, I was doing the box, and then I watched the nuke, and I already knew a lot of these clips, but having it all set up in that particular way, I had underestimated your ability to make a video, because I walked away from that being like, this is very...
Oh, the ass kissing. I underestimated your ability, Ethan, to make these excellent fucking takedowns, and Ethan's like, thank you. That's so let's hear that. Let's hear the glazing again.
Doing the box, and then I watched the nuke, and I already knew a lot of these clips, but having it all set up in that particular way, I had underestimated your ability to make a video, because I walked away from that.
Thank you.
Like, this is very bizarre for me.
Yeah.
There's a very bizarre clip because, you know, he was someone that I watched a lot of, and then watching, I'm like, oh, this is all weird and fucked up. So then when it was like, you know, the idea was that to make a content.
Hey, Harley, who killed the 15 paramedics in Gaza? Will you admit that it's the IDF? Let me try to look that up real quick. I don't know how I'm going to find that shit, but let me see. Harley, IDF, medics, Gaza. Reddit. No, I'm not going to find it. It's literally Harley Morenstein on Reddit denying that Israelis
Cop about you
killed
bringing it back for that. This is, well, that's the thing I want to get at. When he did run it by me, I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy. The two would be crazy." I was like, "You have to have Hassan and Trish in it."
Oh my god, he probably reached out to Trisha.
I didn't think Frogan is like a good replacement to Trish. No disrespect to Frogan, but it just doesn't carry the same weight.
Well, what about Sean DeBlack? I mean, that was hard hitting, as you know.
Who is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was he there?
He was one of the people in the room, I think.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Harley had a tweet about Sean DeBlack, and it was basically like, "Who's the random black guy?" Which was a very fucking like such a boomer fucking, like, it sounds so fucking racist. Who's the black guy? Who's the colored guy? Who's the colored man in this photo? No coloreds allowed. Like, what the fuck?
Sean DeBlack hit hard. I said, "Oh my god, not him. I'm toast." It's that guy. Yeah, it was fucking nuts. But and you know what's my favorite part? He goes,
"Ooh, bad Empanada."
He goes, yes,
okay.
I dropped this video right before the event. Yes, Ethan has one of his crew members in the event. But I expected him to act like an adult. I'm sorry.
Keep the audio on.
Whatever in your wildest dreams would make you expect me to act like an adult? Like,
I had said that. I had also said that. I was like, oh, I remember we had the whole thing, you know, with Sam, and it was all crazy, and I had included him in the first Creator Clash by making a documentary with him.
If you remember.
But he gets bored. He got bored of stuff. I was like, Ethan's not a fun guy to pick YouTube beef with.
Okay, let's pause this shit for a second. Let's go back here a few seconds.
To act like an adult.
And let's go to Bad Empanada talking about epic mealtime.
If you remember.
Oopsie, sorry, what the fuck?
If you remember, 15 years ago, when you were but a wee little a toddler, there was a channel where a really disturbingly American man put a bunch of bacon and cheese on shit.
Yep.
And he said, epic, and then he ate it. Let me show you. You ever seen this channel before? This guy right here. Oh, let's go to McDonald's and we're gonna order burgers and we're gonna put them in a lasagna. It's so fucking epic. It's epic meal time. Anyway, what if I told you that the guy who put McDonald's in a lasagna 15 years ago, now he likes genocide and mass rape? What if I told you that? What if I told you that this guy, whose name is Harley Morenstein, what if I told you that now he's an enthusiastic supporter of Israeli genocide and mass rape? The guy who got famous for putting McDonald's hamburger in lasagna and for putting epic double bacon in cheeseburger, now he posts on Twitter all day and on Reddit all day about how it's great that Israel does genocide. Here is Harley Morenstein, that's his name, of Epic Mealtime, supporting and justifying the Israeli mass rape and genocide of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Palestinian women, children, and babies. I'm just going to give you a taste of it because he's actually been at this for like years at this point, like a year and a half. He's been doing this ever since the breakout from the Gaza prison. Here is Harvey Morenstein attempting to justify Israel attacking ambulances.
So here's the tweet. He says that was a quote from someone else and they were sharing their observations. If you watch the video more carefully, you'll see the vehicle they are referring to does not have emergency lights on. So he's basically saying this is not an ambulance and the IDF was right to shoot this vehicle that killed 15 paramedics. So here it is. Thank you for the find, Bad Empanada. And FT Jan sends $10 and says, I love Bad Empanada so much. We all do. He's a good Empanada, based Empanada, friend of the show. Bad Empanada.
And massacring 20 paramedics or 15 paramedics. This is him, like, he's like, look at this, you can see the video. You see, this ambulance has its lights turned off. Thus, Israel was justified in massacring those damn Arabs, right? This guy went from making videos about epic bacon cheeseburger Reddit narwhal, and now this is what he's doing all day. Now, just so that you know, for one, it's not justified to massacre paramedics in a place that you're occupying while you carry out a genocide if they have their lights off. But regardless of that, the ambulance that he has circled is the ambulance that Israel had previously attacked, and the people who they then massacred after that were coming in ambulances with their lights on already. So this doesn't even make sense by his own logic. It gets worse though, because Harvey Morenstein here also made a post on Reddit, which is even worse, justifying this same event. He tried to justify this by saying, hey, I didn't write this, I just copy-pasted it from someone else. I'm just asking questions. This is a common strategy used by people with abhorrent views.
So I saw this analysis online. Let me know what you think. It's quite wordy. Initial statements from the IDF state troops opened fire on vehicles that approached a checkpoint unannounced and with no visible lights. The newly released video shows a van on the left appears to be crashed out with no visible lights. This is likely the vehicle that was initially fired upon by the IDF. It is important to note that while possible, it is highly improbable that the van on the left was completely disabled by the initial gunfire. Further, multiple vehicles are on scene prior to the cameraman's vehicle. So he's reading a whole fucking dissertation about how the IDF didn't kill fucking medics because the IDF has never done that, Harley. Has the IDF never murdered Palestinians? Has the IDF never bombed hospitals? Has the IDF never blown up Palestinian ambulances? What the fuck is this? Why do all the mental gymnastics to try to prove that it's like... And to take anything that the IDF says at face value, you're already a fucking idiot. To believe anything the IDF says, you know what I mean, is fucking already insane.
Abhorrent beliefs, who know that if they're honest about what they believe, they will be considered unacceptable morons and pieces of shit. So what he did instead is he cut and pasted what someone else said that he agrees with and framed it as him just asking questions. Like, imagine if someone tried to justify the Holocaust by cut and pasting like a Holocaust denial article that makes insane claims and then saying, let me know what you think of this. You would know they're posting it because they agree with it, right?
I mean, I'm not saying it. Someone else wrote it. So just tell me what you guys think. I'm just having a debate, folks. This is the marketplace of ideas. We're just sharing ideas here. Okay, don't call me a Nazi.
And that's what he's doing there. He's posting it because it's an argument that he wants to make, but he's putting it between quotes and saying someone else said it as a strategy so that he can disown it when he comes down on him for posting it. So what this article literally says is that these medics intentionally went there to get killed to make Israel look bad. This is what he's saying here. In Islamic belief, Muslims who die as martyrs, especially during Ramadan, are considered to have achieved a high status with promises of paradise and forgiveness of sin. He literally posted on his fucking Reddit account that these medics baited the poor little IDF victims into mass murdering them in order to make Israel look bad and because they wanted to go to paradise. You know, we've all seen the video at this point. The video...
That's so fucking racist, bro. That's so stupid.
Includes a guy screaming in terror for 15 minutes, begging for mercy and forgiveness from his family, and then eventually he is summarily executed when the IDF finds him. And according to Harley Morenstein of Epic Mealtime, known for putting McDonald's cheeseburgers into lasagna while saying the word epic a lot, that guy actually intentionally got himself killed in order to make Israel look bad. Let's look at more comments here. Or more of this comment, rather, because it gets even more explicit. Based on the lack of transparency, it is my assessment that this was staged by Hamas. This was an act of martyrdom to discredit the IDF and push the genocide narrative. This is Epic Bacon Meal Guy, and now he wants to justify the Israeli systematic mass murder of aid workers. According to him, the Palestinians are dying on purpose. They're baiting the Israelis into massacring them with their short skirts. The skirts are just so short, the poor...
Only ASMR Vida pledged $8 on Patreon. Welcome, Only ASMR Vida, for joining our Patreon. We love you. Much appreciated. Welcome to the family.
Israeli soldiers just cannot resist killing them.
And Harley has just become a do not warrior. Is this the Harley? Is this the Harley behind the fundraiser?
Harley Morenstein. Remember that name of Epic Mealtime, is a genocidal Zionist who supports the Israeli genocide in Gaza. He supports every aspect of it. The child murder, the baby murder, the mass rape.
Shrieking Violet has also become a member. Welcome, Shrieking Violet, along with Harley. We love you. Non-evil Harley.
Loves it. That's why he's posting this completely insane propaganda day in, day out now. There is a reason why once this guy needed to do more than just make epic hamburger McDonald's bacon lasagna to stay relevant, he fell out of the spotlight entirely. This is a talentless fucking loser hack like every single Zionist in the world. They say never meet your heroes. But you know what I say? If your hero was this fucking guy in the first place, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, never meet your heroes. And it's a guy who made videos where he put too much bacon in his hamburger. And then he said epic like 20 times. Did he actually say epic in the videos? Hold on. I've never watched this. I never will because I'm not a fucking moron. This is an epic mealtime. Does he say the catchphrase? It's epic mealtime. He doesn't say it's epic mealtime. Why the fuck?
I think we need to watch one, bro.
This is the channel to upload like 5K view news videos about McDonald's. He has a podcast about McDonald's and Pizza Hut. Judge saves the McFlurry. This is what his channel is now. He gets 5,000 views. He's still trying so hard. From 34 million to 5,000. You're less relevant than I am. How's that feel, Harley?
Right.
Morenstein?
That's what I like to say. Like, I'm not one to make fun of views, but like, I'm a nobody on fucking YouTube with 27,000 subscribers, bro. No one knew who I was 6 months ago. And the fact that I'm getting more views than fucking Epic Mealtime, like, what the fuck? Okay, we have to watch an Epic Mealtime video before we watch the Israel video. Fuck it, it's 1:30 a.m., folks, here. It's 1:30. What are we doing? What are we doing? You guys want to help me choose?
It's the holiday season, and I'm feeling...
You guys want to help me choose? Let's pick the most popular ones before we finish that boring-ass interview. So the most popular video is the fast food lasagna with 34 million views. Then we have the true bacon epic Thanksgiving epic mealtime, 19 million views. Breakfast of booze? That's kind of boring. Maximum mac and cheese. Okay, let's do the fast food lasagna. Fast food lasagna, let's go. Their number one hitter, folks. Let's go.
Call this fast food. 15 Big Macs, please.
Excuse me?
15 Big Macs, please.
How much?
Bro, this used to be the shit on Facebook. Like, 15 years ago, you know, you get an epic mealtime video while scrolling on that Facebook homepage. Goddamn, you knew it was time to stop and watch. You know what I mean? Fucking Facebook.
15.
The trios or just the Big Macs?
Just the Big Macs.
15 Big Macs? Yeah, it's 76 and 73 cents.
Okay, and can I get a liter of Big Mac sauce on the side?
No problem.
Thank you. That was incredibly easy.
Come inside, sir, because you have to park your car anyway. So
Yeah, we're gonna come in.
So I think, I think everyone in the car with him has been sued by Harley. He has sued everyone from Epic Mealtime, or has been sued.
This
Big
one?
Mac sauce.
It's gonna be like almost $10.
That's cool. $10, sure. And an apple pie, please.
Take two for 130.
Okay, I'll take 4. I'll take 4.
Is it party? Like
No.
Oh my god, that's an awesome thing.
Is it party? No.
Apple pies for all the children.
Thank you.
Tell your friends to watch epicmealtime.com.
Oh, thanks.
Was he telling the kids to watch?
Tell your friends to watch epicmealtime.com.
Oh, thanks.
Are you soliciting children at a McDonald's, Harley? Do you have that in common with your friend Sam Hyde?
What is going to high?
15 Baconators.
What?
15 Baconators.
What? 15 baconators?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Cool.
the sandwiches?
Just the sandwiches.
All right. Okay, come to the second window.
All right, we're gonna go to over to A&W real quick. We'll be right back.
Bonjour, bienvenue chez AW. Est-ce que je peux prendre de commande?
15 teen burgers. No vegetables.
2 teen burgers? So no lettuce, tomato, and onions? And pickles?
All the vegetables.
This is making me kind of nauseous, but also kind of hungry. But like, because I haven't had dinner yet. But ugh, this is kind of nasty. All that meat, all that, not even like fast food meat, bro, and all that bread. And
None of them.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, with all no lettuce, tomato, pickles,
No
onions.
vegetables. Anything that could be considered a vegetable, I don't want it on the burger.
Okay, so 15 teen burgers.
Because vegetables are dumb, right, guys? Who likes to eat vegetables? Like, how? This is like such immature shit, bro. I mean, they're making a fucking burger lasagna. What do I expect? But no vegetables, no veggies.
No vegetables. Can I get 7 onion rings, please?
7 onion rings?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. I'm like wondering, why are you ordering that many? Why no vegetables? Lettuce is good.
No, it's not. How long will it be?
I actually don't know. No one's ever made 15 burgers. Maybe like 10 minutes max, not even.
All right, we're gonna go to Wendy's. We'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
Also, hi.
Are my burgers ready?
A few more minutes.
You want me to wait here?
Come in the second window if you like.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
What are you guys making?
Secret.
Wendy sends another $2 and says, "Why are you subjecting us to this?" I'm sorry, Wendy. The Harley stuff. I got to teach you guys about 2010 shit.
Okay.
From now on, nothing goes down unless I'm involved. No nuggets, no onion rings, no nothing. A cheeseburger gets sold in the park. I want it. You got fat, but we starved on the streets. Now it's my turn.
Ripping off strips of that bacon-ish. Tray by the tray all day. Onions and bacon for that custom sauce. Tasting meat poop.
Ew, bro.
Some ground beef penetration. Tomato sauce. Jack Daniel's sauce and a meat sauce.
15 Big Macs, 15 Baconators, 15 teen burgers, no veggies, custom Jack Daniel's meat sauce. Your little brain.
His hair's so bad. Like, Harley has a full head of hair, but here he looks like he's balding. Why does he look like he's balding? You know what I mean? But he's got a full... Did Harley get a hair transplant in Turkey? You out here talking shit about Hassan Piker, our favorite Turkish son, when you got yourself a hair transplant from Turkey? But like, isn't that weird? Doesn't he look like he's balding even though he's not bald? He's got more hair today than he had then. What hair treatment are you doing, Harley? It's pretty impressive, actually.
Your little brain.
That's the burger base Baconator layer, player. More bacon strips. Custom sauce. Packing in the teen burgers. The middle child. More bacon strips. Dripping 1 liter of Big Mac sauce. Well, this is a sauce lasagna. Cheese up this big old motherfucker. Big Mac on the top layer.
Oh, God.
Meat sauce and strips. Bacon strips. Onion rings for a crispy tip.
I mean, I get why shit like this would go viral. I mean, it's just like today too. Like the weird shit you'd see on TikTok. It's just that like obscene visual of like 30 burgers stacked on top of each other. Someone pouring like sauce on them. You're gonna want to watch the full video. But now no one would sit through 5 minutes of this. You would just watch it in like max a 60-second TikTok montage. Ain't nobody got the attention span for 5 minutes of this. You know what I mean? It's too much.
More cheese.
Who's hungry now? Who's hungry?
All these motherfuckers have been sued. All these bastards. I think Harley sued this guy right here when he started his own like food-related brand. FT Jan sends $5, says, "This is so epic." Exactly, FT. This is all fucking epic. And this is like the most American thing you could fucking imagine. I know Harley's technically Canadian. I don't know if all these dudes are Canadian or what the fuck is up. But like, this is the most like fucking American thing you could ever fucking think of. Seeing that shit on fucking Facebook, like this is what we thought America was, bro. People making fast food cheeseburger lasagnas all day. Robbie 1985 sends 20 sec and says go to our leftovers H3 and search members go up. Is that safe, folks? Is it safe for me to check? What does it talk about?
We got beer burger bacon buddies. Go ahead, film it. Get that. There you go. Film that. How's that look? How's that look?
It's money.
Money's money.
Oh, they had to mute the music for like copyright shit, I guess. It's so nasty. Ugh.
Here, I want to go up the cheese ring and then you're gonna bite. You ready?
Oh, bro.
What do you want me to
I'm
bite?
just when I say bite, you bite, okay?
Anyways, that's enough. You guys get the idea. That was epic mealtime. Let's watch a bit more.
I said, go, you go.
Bite.
Am I biting the
You
cheese?
f***ing idiot.
And the cheese?
You just bite the burger when I tell you to.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Okay, go. You're f***ing the worst.
By the way, everyone in the chat, like the video. Make sure you're liking this live stream, folks. Hit that like button. Click that like button, yo. How many likes do we have? 185 likes, folks. Let's get this to 250 likes. Ew, okay, that's enough, that's enough. Someone asked me to check something in the subreddit. Let me do that. Let me check what's up on that subreddit. Someone told me to search members go up in the subreddit. While I do that, you can keep listening to Ethan and Harley talking.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. But and you know what's my favorite part? He goes, yeah, yes, I dropped this video right before the event. Yes, Ethan has one of his crew members in the event, but I expected him to act like an adult.
Okay, 1 second.
I'm sorry. Whatever in your wildest dreams would make
this. So Lena finds out that members go up is not an H3 fan anymore. Oh, that's fun. Let's see that. It would have been fun to see that tomorrow, but let's watch that now.
Oh, members go up. Oh, well, members go up.
Here, Karine, are you happy? Members go up, send gifted 50 do not worry memberships. Members go up, we love you. Please don't ever feel the need to do that based on anything that Karine says.
We're used to being spoiled, so thank you.
Yes.
And all members. There's going to be a members exclusive stream this weekend, either tomorrow or Sunday. I promise you guys, okay? Talking about the tea got clipped. What do you guys mean talking about the tea got clipped? Wendy sends $2 and says, I lived through the 2010s. You're giving me PTSD. I'm sorry. Did they clip me talking about the tea? But I didn't say anything about the tea. But wait, does Lena... So Lena knows who members go up is, so she's actually getting angry. I need to send that... 1 second, folks. Let me switch to my camera here. And let me send this link to Nour. Let me send it to Nour real quick. But wait, has it already been clipped? How has that been clipped already? Stop humming into the mic, AB. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Let me just share this right here and then close this before my ass get docked. Oops, sorry, no. I shared the wrong thing too, didn't I? Is this boring, folks? Is this boring? Members go up. I'm just trying to send the stuff for tomorrow before I forget. You guys can keep yourselves entertained in the chat for a second, right? So yeah, my flashlight was on. Here we go. Here's a link. Sent to Nour. Okay, who's talking about what tea? Let's go back to the subreddit. Okay, here. And let me try to see what's new. You guys shouldn't be posting this stuff on the subreddit, yo. Harley Morenstein says he didn't know blackface was racist. Anthony spills the tea. AB and Lena, new content cop was about Ethan before it dropped. I didn't spill that tea, though. I didn't say that. Aggravated hippie. How could you do this to me? Let's see what it is you guys clipped. Else new and just never mention it. This is spicy. This might be related to that little piece of tea that I wanted to reveal. I had some tea that I mentioned a little bit earlier. If Harley's saying that he knew the content cop was coming, did someone else know that the content cop was coming? I ask you that. Audience, what do you think? If Harley knew, do you think someone else knew and just never mentioned it to Ethan and Hila? Let's go back to the video. I didn't reveal anything.
I didn't know. Who knew?
I had nothing to say. Oh, come on. You're trying to get me in trouble? KMA sends $5 and says she knows for sure who he is because AB even did a BTS for members about him. Are we the baddies? Lena. Oh, damn. So they know about members go up? God damn it. That's fucking awesome. I'm glad. Thank you for sending me that clip. I sent it to Nour on WhatsApp to react to tomorrow on the show. Members, by the way, salutes in the chat for members go up. Gifted half of you guys your memberships. We love you. And speaking of gifting memberships, Nola Magnolia just dropped 5 gifted memberships in the chat. Thank you for the gifted Nola Magnolia. Again, appreciate you all being here for this. And Haley D, obviously. Haley D, you are the queen, and members go up is the king. You are both responsible, I think, single-handedly for all of these members existing. But I did not spill any tea, folks. Keep me safe from whoever's going to get mad at me now. You guys are going to get me in trouble. You guys are going to get me in trouble. But I didn't say anything. Harley Morenstein said it. Anyways, are we done with this Ethan Klein video? With this James Charles thing? Harley?
You expect me to act like an adult. Like,
I had said that. I had also said that. I was like, oh, I remember we had the whole thing, with Sam, and it was all crazy, and I had included him in the first Creator Clash by making a documentary with him. But he gets bored.
Nola is also an MVP. Dizzle McFizzle is an MVP. Marina Nimis is an MVP. So many of you guys, and if I forget naming someone, you've all gifted so many memberships. No Name has gifted a bunch of memberships. We have our Turkish fan who gifted a whole bunch of memberships. I forgot your name. Tetrafun, Nuxaltol. I love all you guys. You guys are great. Trying to remember all your names.
He got bored of stuff. I was like, Ethan's not a fun guy to pick YouTube beef with. No offense to you, by the way.
You're right. I mean, you're right.
You would suck if you were, I think Hassan has been getting very mad
and
lately.
Dreadful Utopia and Lizzie, of course.
And saying crazier and crazier stuff, and I think it's just because of your relentless existence. And
yeah, it's a shame.
Constant...
it's a shame. I wish people would just
and Jordan M, of course,
stop starting shit with me. He could have just not made that video, and how happy would we all be? How great, how beautiful would this earth still be if he just didn't make that video? But he did.
I'd be boxing.
Lena would be boxing. Yeah. It'd be a great time. But now I'm going to tap dance on the grave of Creator Clash. I'm going to watch with glee and giggles as this event crashes into the side of the mountain, fails to sell tickets, fails to sell pay-per-view. It's going to be delightful.
Okay, so that's very not psychotic. And also, he said something else. He said, I was happy to watch and support before they made the content cop. That's not true. Ever since Anissa and iDubbbz didn't speak out against the CPS thing, they were already mad. Why aren't our good friends speaking out against the CPS thing? Why are our good friends Ian and Anissa following Denims? Why is Millhouse sending Anissa DMs? They were already fucking mad, but they're like, we'll still watch your event, Anissa, Lena, but we're not going to promote it. We're not going to talk about it here. We're not going to make a big deal out of it, but we'll still kind of support you. But they were already making it extremely uncomfortable for Lena to participate in Creator Clash by doing that. So him being like, we were going to watch it. We were happy to watch it. They were not happy to watch it. They were already pissed at iDubbbz and Anissa, and they were finding any reason, any excuse to not have to watch the fight and not have to support Creator Clash. And iDubbbz doing a content cop on Ethan was actually kind of a gift to Ethan just because he finally had a reason to fully unleash on iDubbbz, make himself the victim as he loves to do. And now he's spending all of his podcast shitting on iDubbbz. Wendy sends $5 and says, reminder, Creator Clash is a charity event. Ethan wanting a charity event to fail over his petty drama is Disney villain level evil. Exactly. It's fucking insane. It's unhinged. It's so evil. It's so petty. It's so cruel. He can't even put charity. But if you tell him charity, he'll be like, but it's not even a charity. They didn't raise any money last time. So he excuses it in his mind that way. Dana Ahmad sends $2 and says, that food looked like how Israelis mix our food. She's definitely talking about the epic mealtime food. And yes, it looks absolutely horrendous, just like Israeli cuisine, which does not exist. Almost done with this. Let's go.
Just didn't make that video. But he did.
I'd be boxing.
Lena would be boxing, yeah. It'd be a great time. But now I'm going to tap dance on the grave of Creator Clash. I'm going to watch with glee and giggles as this event crashes into the side of the mountain.
I'm going to tap dance on the grave of Creator Clash, a charity event. I'm going to laugh with glee as I watch it as it crashes into the side of a mountain. What did he say?
Fails to sell tickets, fails to sell pay-per-view. It's going to be delightful.
By the way, I already bought my pay-per-view. If you guys want to buy your pay-per-view, I encourage you to go buy your pay-per-view now. I'm going to try to do a live reaction to Creator Clash 3, give my live commentary. So join me. Buy your pay-per-views. Let's help support charity. Let's help support the event. It's going to be a good time.
I'm going to rub my hands together like that dude behind the tree meme. What's that mean?
Literally,
I believe it's the dude behind the tree.
Literally Disneyville and stuff. Whoever in the chat was like Disneyville, and he's literally rubbing his hands in anticipation. He's like, I can't wait for this to fail. Like, that's so fucking evil, bro. It's like straight up.
Yeah. You know what I meant, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But you understand why I couldn't have told you about the potential content cop, right?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Right? You understand?
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. It's fine.
Horrible.
People
I mean, since wait, what's it?
Understanding, they think that you told me about it in the message.
No, I didn't tell.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him. I said something. I was like,
fishing.
I was like, who do you?
I mean, hey, look, since it's already on Reddit, do I just come out and say it? I don't know, folks. I may have heard from someone, and it was not. I did not hear it from the organizers, by the way. I can tell you that. But AB and Lena may or may not have known about the content cop being about Ethan before it came out, and they lied about it to his face. I pretended not to know about it when it dropped. Here's a better clip for you guys, Reddit. Here's a better clip for Reddit. AB and Lena knew. There it is. It's live. I can't take it back now. AB and Lena knew about the content cop, and AB lied to Harley about not knowing about it. AB lied to Ethan about not knowing about it. Lena lied to Ethan about not knowing about it when she went to the bathroom and was having a panic attack or whatever. I don't know if that was true because, from what I know, they knew. From what I know, they knew. And there you go, folks. Now no one's ever going to trust me with shit anymore. Don't tell me your secrets, folks. Do not tell me your secrets. I am not a safe person to hold. Allegedly, folks. Allegedly. Everything I said is alleged. I have no proof. I've just been told by a source. Is that source credible? At this point, does it even fucking matter? Does it even matter at this point? But from what I know, AB and Lena knew for a minute that the content cop was about Ethan, and they said nothing. Now, what does that say about what? What does that say about AB and Lena? Why did they say? Now, look, honestly, it's a good thing they didn't say anything. I can't blame AB and Lena for not talking. That actually makes it kind of based, if I'm going to be honest. You know what I mean? It makes their relationship with Ethan a bit more complicated if he finds out about this, which I doubt he will. But them not telling Ethan about it prior is actually kind of cool because they would have stood up for their friends, Idubbbz and Anissa. I think that's a good thing for them not to talk about it. They didn't spoil the surprise. Ethan would have definitely spoiled the surprise. Chat's going crazy. In Minecraft. I mean, look, I can't prove any of this, folks. The source was Hamas, exactly is what someone is saying. But yeah, they do. And now, hey, who's going to believe me? From the H3 side, no one's going to believe me. H3 fans aren't going to believe me. If this makes its way to Ethan or Ela, they're not going to believe me. You know what I mean? But yeah, apparently they might have been aware. And like I said, I didn't want to talk about it. Harley made me do it. Harley was talking about it. AB was just commenting about it. I should have watched this before and prepped. But yeah, folks, so they might have known. And they chose not to tell Ethan. But I actually think it's good that they didn't tell Ethan. You know what I mean? That makes it actually, they're good people. You know what I mean? In that sense, when it comes to that, look, they're here hanging out with Harley. That makes them kind of shitty. But the fact that they didn't spoil the surprise and they didn't make it awkward for Idubbbz and Anissa, and they didn't make it more difficult, I think that's kind of nice of them, actually. And then having to pretend that they were surprised, hey, I mean, props, you know what I mean, for keeping the act up for so long. But I think Harley just kind of burst that bubble for AB and Lena, and I'm just out here confirming what I knew. Okay, I'm just out here confirming what you guys already know at this point. And I gave you a better clip for Reddit, so whoever clipped it, you get a better one, a juicier clip.
think the content cop's gonna be about? Because he put the trailer up. I'm like, do you think you don't think that would be about Ethan? That'd be crazy. Do you think that would be crazy? Something like way even less than that. But I also hid it amongst a whole bunch of other messages. So it's like, and I did look at it, and I was like, oh, I don't think he saw this. I don't think he really took in what I was saying here.
Yeah,
I was trying to speak in code.
Yeah, no, but no, I don't blame anyone for it. I mean, and
Ethan kind of knows already here. He's kind of angry. Look at tell. Let's slow it down a bit. You could tell the increased ticking.
Came out as bad.
Marma sends £5 and says, bit of love for the crew, not here, Nour and Karine, from a Scottish lass to a couple of Lebanese lassies. Well, thank you so much, Mud. I'm sure they appreciate it. We miss them too. They're going to be back tomorrow for a regular episode of the podcast. Shit's juicy now. Shit's real now, I guess, huh, with this new information.
Yeah, no, but no, I don't blame anyone for it. I mean, and it came out as bad. It didn't have to be that bad either. Like the minute that I opened it and I was like, Denims, Frogan, Hassan, and that dude, the other dude, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like he brought together, the event.
He's lost for words, folks. He has just realized AB's betrayal. He's like, AB and Lena knew this whole time and didn't tell me. You didn't warn me, AB, when I could have known. I could have prepared for it. And look, Ethan was taken by surprise, bro. Like, he was fucking shocked, him discovering that shit live on stream. And AB and Lena could have given him that warning. They just didn't. They got the ball. Dude, I really do feel bad for those two, man. I'm starting to feel bad for them again. I'm going to react to you guys tomorrow. And I was considering doing a whole stream to live stream their entire 8-hour stream, folks. Should I react to their 8-hour stream? Should I do that? It'll take me like 12 hours to get through, but let me know. I could do it as a challenge.
Dangers of being a douchebag to me.
Wake up.
You know?
Yeah, he is looking at AB, by the way. Someone is saying, Asma, he said, I don't blame anyone. He stares at AB. Let's look at that again.
And I did look at it, and I was like, oh, I don't think he saw this. I don't think he really took in what I was saying here.
Yeah,
I was
AB
trying to speak in code.
Yeah, no, but no, I don't blame anyone.
Staring at AB right there. I don't blame anyone. AB, you motherfucker. AB, you motherfucker. I don't blame anyone. Did AB know? What?
I mean, and it came out as bad. It didn't have to be that bad either. Like the minute that I opened it and I was like, Denims, Frogan, Hassan, and that dude, the other dude. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like he brought together, the Avengers of being a douchebag to me.
Wake up.
And so yeah, what a dumbass. The reason that when it first came out, I was like, the day before, there was some concern in the office that it was going to be about me.
Yes, if I react to AB and Lena's 8-hour thing, it'll be a charity stream. We'll do that for sure. Fuck yeah. We will use it for good. Whoopsie.
And I was like, you guys are insane. Like, honestly, why the fuck would he do it about me? Even if he disagrees with me, what kept me being like, there's no way, is that it would be so stupid. It would make, there was no way for him to make that video without looking like a giant douchebag. And so to me, I was like, it doesn't make any sense that he would do it. And when you told me when I was live, I was genuinely shocked. I totally forgot he was doing the content cop that day and all that stuff. I was genuinely shocked. Really.
Wouldn't have been that shocked if AB and Lena told you what they knew. You wouldn't have been that shocked. You would have known. But hey, at least that makes me respect AB and Lena more for not telling Ethan. I mean, they were in such a fucking difficult position, and in that moment, they sided with iDubbbz and Anissa. By not telling Ethan, they kind of made their choice clear, so they do get some props from me for that. What a crazy world.
If I had...
Yeah.
The
I
bar,
had no idea.
The bar is so low, by the way, but like, yeah. Miss Preminger says, you're better than me because AB was gaslighting you so bad in his video. I know. Look, AB is harmless, honestly. There's nothing that AB can say that can actually hurt my feelings. Because he's just kind of scared. He's scared. He's confused. He's stuck. Like, weirdly enough, he makes probably way more money than me at his job, but like, I'm in a much better position as a creator and streamer than he is, weirdly enough, because he's tied to all of that Ethan stuff and all of that baggage. And like, I can say what I really want to say about Israel. I'm not beholden to my Zionist bosses. Like, he wishes he could have this freedom. You know what I'm saying?
this was going to happen.
If he got Trisha in the video, that would have been over.
Well, you said the reason why he did it is views. That's the ultimate video to have gotten.
I didn't think he was like
he
that.
could've-
I guess I thought too highly of him. I didn't think he would do it for views.
I thought the conversation got.
I mean, shit. Maybe you should do fucking content cop for views, Harley. Your fucking channel's dead, bro.
I was just really, I was like, I guess I really don't know these people at all, which is true. I don't know. I didn't know what type of relationship you guys had, but I was like, oh, I think it's very different. But you know, there were steps along the way where you guys wanted support from him and he didn't, or do it, you know, in the way that I was like, I would easily ask this of my friends. So I guess they're not as friendly as I thought.
No, I question.
No, they're still complaining about the CPS stuff and they didn't speak. Why would they want to defend a bunch of Zionists, bro, who were shitting on them like a week ago?
Their decision making throughout this whole thing, he has to have got a lobotomy or something. Like, I just don't understand the decisions he's made and why they thought it would be good. The way he expressed himself, everything they've done has been idiotic.
FT Jan says, I can't believe a YouTuber would make a video for views. You know what I mean?
And bad. And it just has to be either that he got CTE, which heaven forbid, you know, or he got a lobotomy. Anissa put something in his oatmeal or something.
Hilarious, Ethan. Hilarious. And remember when Zach used to play fun sound bites? They used to play funny sound bites and funny lines from other characters. Now it's just Anissa saying Jewish. It's just sound bites about either being Jewish, about being anti-Semitic, or accusing someone of being anti-Semitic, or someone saying something anti-Semitic. It's done with like AI, or they're like splicing audio clips. Like, that's all the clips that Zach has been playing for the last fucking 6 months, bro. Gone are the days of fun fucking clips and fucking sound bites and funny fucking things. It's literally just Jewish. You hate me because I'm Jewish, anti-Semitic, this, or Hassan saying something. Like, that's it. Those are the fucking sound bites now. The whole show is off, man.
What? I don't know what she would put in his oatmeal to make him act that way. Anyway, we're gonna do a segment about James Charles. You wanna hang out and do it with us?
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
By the way, did Reddit edit are any new posts on Reddit? What have I done? I think it's old news at this point. I think at this point, no one cares this much about it, right? I mean, about Creator Clash news. AB and Lena have always been H3 simps, blah, blah, blah. Anthony heavily implies that AB and Lena definitely knew that the content cop was going to be Ethan. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, let me open Reddit for a second, folks. You guys are crazy. What have I done? What have I empowered you Redditors to do? Oh my God. It's crazy, bro. Sorry if this is boring, folks. New. Let's cut to my desktop. Here you go. Let me not do this on my own. Anthony heavily implies that AB and Lena. Is it the same one?
You knew the content cop was coming?
Yeah, it was kind of run by me. Kind of.
Okay, well,
I didn't think it was gonna be what it was or look like how it did. You know.
Tell me everything. What are you waiting for?
Well, listen. I'm trying to. You know, you want to listen. Okay.
Oh.
Tell me.
I also.
This is spicy. This might be related to that little piece of tea that I. What are people saying? What are people saying in the comments? Oh, this is true. Shit is about to go down. Ethan will just gaslight himself. Unrelated to the content of the video, but the NW set all the colors are so cute. Oh, well, thank you. I don't think that Anthony would know if AB knew or not, and I also think if AB didn't know, he would have told Ethan. Harley is maybe the stupidest individual on the planet. I didn't make it up for clout. Someone's saying that I make it up for clout or something. Look, I don't know if what I'm telling you is true, but I swear to God, that's what I heard. Okay? I have no idea to know if it's actually true. I cannot confirm that AB and Lena knew about the content cop before it happened. I can't confirm it because I don't think my source can confirm it. But, I mean, that is what I heard. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I promise you that is what I heard. I was told that, for sure. I was certainly told. Now, whether or not it's true, that is, you know, that is not up for me to decide. That is for AB and Lena to explain to their bosses, to their Zionist bosses. You know what I'm saying? Ana machasne. Heke, it's all I heard. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what clip is out on Reddit now.
Tell me everything. What are you waiting for?
Well, listen. I'm trying to. You want to listen? Okay.
Oh.
Tell me.
I also.
This is spicy. This might be related to that little piece of tea that I wanted to reveal. I had some tea that I mentioned a little bit earlier. How crazy! Like I'm reacting to myself right now. How insane is that? And I'm reacting to myself from like 15 minutes ago. So this is like time traveling, but like micro time traveling. Harley saying that he knew the content cop was coming. Did someone else know that the content cop was coming? I ask you that, audience. What do you think? If Harley knew, do you think someone else knew and just never mentioned it to Ethan and Hila? Let's go back to the video.
I kind of messaged AB in a weird way to trying to fish out if he knew. but I've been messaging about. I don't think he picked up on it. I don't think I was obvious enough. I was just like, "Yo, things are crazy over there," and I think I shared something that someone was like, "It'll be on H3," and I was like, "Imagine this happens." I forget what my words were.
You messaged me and you said something like, I know things are crazy.
So Ethan is putting it together now. Ethan is kind of thinking, did AB lie to me? So, folks, did AB and Lena know about the content cop before it came out? I'm not saying they knew. I'm not saying it. But Harley's saying he knew, and Harley's saying he even talked to AB about it. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that AB and Lena knew about the content cop? And do you think that AB and Lena pretended not to know when it came out and pretended to be like, oh, what? There's a content cop on you, Ethan? What? I'm so shocked. What are we going to do? Who would have thought that this random live stream would end up being this spicy, folks? Who would have thought that this was going to be so spicy? Let me just search for... Let's see if there's any new posts about this right now. Oh, load. Okay, no, so that's the latest one so far. Anthony Sargon's response to AB. Okay. Well, how long have we been streaming? Almost 2 hours. Should we call it a day, folks? But I have 700 of you in here. Oh, members go up is in the chat. We love you, members go up. He says, Dan Ahmed, because Ethan made a huge deal out of why didn't you tell her when dragging Lena into it. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to... Noxalto sent $2 and said, Harley leaked the secret, you're good. It is Harley. Harley did it, folks. I was just adding some information to what Harley said. I wasn't trying to add more drama to this, you know what I mean? The main H3 sub posted about you right now? Okay, let's go check that shit out. Bro, these people are like hawks, man. They're like watching this. They watch my show more closely than you guys do. But nothing yet. I can't see it here. Oh, okay, they did. Yeah, 46 minutes ago. Dude, the internet is so fucking funny, man. Oh my god. Dude, these lives are fucking dangerous. I should not be allowed to do live streams. Do Not Worry's Millhouse claims that he has tea on AB and Lena. He's live reviewing the Harley segment. I'm towards the beginning, but he mentions he knew Harley had an ultimatum, ban Hassan or he won't fight, and that he knows something about AB and Lena, but it's not his tea to spill, and they should thank him because Ethan and Hila wouldn't be happy. Literally, lol, what possibly could you know? Millhouse. Oopsie! Oopsie, petite passerine. Petite passerine. I guess what I know is pretty juicy. I guess what I knew is pretty juicy. But, I mean, I didn't intend for it to come out, but hey, put me on a 2-hour live stream and it's 2 a.m. I'm going to say some dumb shit. King Giblets says probably some dumb shit like they never asked for their money back. This would be my bet, which would be hilarious because Ethan was adamantly telling them that he'd cover it pretty much every time it came up on the show, saying they didn't ask implies that if they would have Ian and Anissa would have paid them back when in reality it was probably in the contract that it's their loss. I also wouldn't want to ask them for anything. No reason to make Ian and Anissa feel like they have something over AB and Lena. I have decided we do not hate on Millhouse enough after watching AB's stream responding to him. Oh yeah, hate me more. Harass me more on your snark subreddit, you fools. By the way, these are the same idiots who asked some Israeli guy to translate my Arabic and thought that I was threatening to R-word someone. Like this is the level of stupidity that we're dealing with. They take an Israeli's translation of Arabic literally. كس امكن واحد واحد يا حمير كس اختكم يا اخوات شرموطة هبل مساتيل. Positive Bill says if he had anything he would drop it. All doing this does is create the illusion that he has something. Well, I did drop it, bro. I did drop it. I hope you're happy. No South 8444 says this shit makes me so mad. God forbid you work for a comedy fucking podcast. Comedy podcast? Comedy fucking podcast? What comedy podcast? Since when H3 podcast stopped being a comedy podcast? Like a year and a half ago, bro. Who's laughing? Who's laughing at H3 now, man? High and mighty fuckers actually harassing others on the internet. Put me on the creator clash card with Millhouse's bitch ass. What? Bitch? You dumbass little bitch? You do know. I know boxing. You do know. I've been training for 2 fucking years. I could probably whoop your ass, and I could probably... let's not talk about AB now. He's irrelevant. Former Papa Bless. This is like the 3rd time one of these orbiters has implied they have an inside scoop. If I was AB and Lena, I'd be calling Ian and Anissa the fuck out because you know that's who's talking shit. It's not them, by the way, okay? I'm not revealing my source. I'm sure they told Denim something, then she told everybody. My guess is they were bad-mouthing Ethan and Ela. And by bad-mouthing, I mean listening to Ian and Anissa complain and going along to get along. Ethan wouldn't give a single fuck, just like when Adam tried to say Olivia told him stuff. It's not Ethan's business. Could also be something they said that was taken wrongly. Since Ian and Anissa seem to be incapable of understanding information, but my real guess is Denims is the one who misunderstood, and it's now telephone game as it gets spread around. Fucking children. Did Harley really have an ultimatum like that, or is it just Millhouse assuming shit? I watched him on the pod, but I don't remember him mentioning that. From what I heard, Harley gave the ultimatum. He said either do not let Hassan attend the event. If Hassan attends the event, I'm not fighting. Then he backed out before he even got an answer. I didn't even know he was involved enough to cover minor stuff like Harley and Creator Clash 3. Guess it gets him a lot of views. You're right, the silliest Billy. I'm here on YouTube to not get views and not get engagement. That's my goal. I want the least amount of people to watch my videos. So I'm going to avoid topics that get views. I'm willing to mention it publicly at my highest viewership, but it's not my story to tell types are the worst. Again, I did reveal it, you fuckers. He's just upset that AB also calls him Millhouse. I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed that he's a shitty Lebanese person. He's high on copium. He's probably just making some shit up. Funny that the people in this drama that don't live in the US seem to have the most fabricated gossip. Snark couldn't get the crew to leave Ethan, so now they're trying to get Ethan to leave the crew. Lies RT. They all have that. Look at, I mean, it's just funny to see them cope right now. And look, again, guys, what I said might not be true. It could be someone may have fed me a lie, but someone did tell me that. Someone did tell me that AB and Lena knew about the content cop being about Ethan before it came out. How long in advance did they know? I'm not sure. Could have been a few days. Could have been a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I have no idea. I just know that they knew before that they admitted it. Let's see if there's anything else worth looking at here. Do they have any new posts? Nope. Let's go back to leftovers H3 real quick. Okay, yeah, no, that's it, folks. That's where we're at when it comes to this tea. So do you guys want to watch the Ethan Klein is wrong about Israeli society, or do we leave that for another time? It's already 2, excuse me, it's 2 a.m. here. What did I do? Oh, sorry, excuse me. Someone just gifted some members go up. Oh my God. Members go up. Just dropped 50 memberships in the chat right now. Members go up. What have I done to deserve this? I truly do not deserve this. W's in the chat for members go up. 50 of you are now members. That's fucking insane. We love you, man. I don't know what to say, man. Shit should have told me that earlier. Can I refund? Sorry, I can't see. I haven't caught up. How can I catch up with all of members go up's messages? Channel activity. So not channel activity. I just wanted to see what you were talking about. If there's any question that you have for me, please let me know. Do you guys want to watch? Do you guys want to watch one more video? Fuck it, let's do it, folks. Members go up, dropping 50 memberships. We're not going to let this go. 20-minute video. Ethan Klein is wrong about Israeli society. Now, this is not about Ethan Klein. North Star Radio was in the chat a bit earlier. He said that this is mainly about Israeli society. This is not very Ethan Klein heavy. So let's enjoy it. Dreadful Utopia. No bedtime. No bedtime. Let's go.
That's part of what a lot of the civil unrest in Israel is about, is that a lot of people do care about the hostages and think that the government needs to stop the war and focus on getting the hostages back and not killing innocent civilians. So that
I wonder about that last part. I wonder if the Israeli body politic...
Oh, you think the Israelis want civilians to die? There were massive demonstrations in Israel. Tens of thousands of people in a country that's relatively small. So I think characterizing like the majority of the public as wanting to kill civilians is a little...
members go up. Did you see the link of... did you see the video of Lena reacting to you, sending us memberships? Haley D, our queen, has also just smacked you guys in the face with 5 Do Not Worry memberships, gifted memberships. Haley D, thank you for the gifted. Thank you so much for the gifted. Okay, members go up. We're going to watch that clip one more time. Oh, further confirmation. 2 minutes ago, someone dropped it, folks. Someone just dropped it on Reddit. I don't know, folks. I may have heard. Fuck it. Okay, let's go. Reddit's going to be on fire tonight, folks, and I'm losing some friends. Cadenza sends $10 and says, I may or may not have been the person who edited and posted that clip in the leftover sub. This is my payment for getting maybe you in trouble. Well, thank you, Cadenza. Your $9.99 is totally now worth me losing friends over this. I'm kidding. Thank you so much for the support. And look, I spilled it, okay? Whatever comes to me, whatever happens, I deserve it. I take responsibility for the things that I say or do. I know that I'm live. That's no excuse. I could have censored myself. I feel like this news should have been out. And again, I cannot confirm if it's true or not, but let's see the new clip that is now, updated 2-minute clip that is now on Reddit, folks.
Who do you...
look, since it's already on Reddit, do I just come out and say it? I don't know, folks. I may have heard from someone, and it was not, I did not hear it from the organizers, by the way. I can tell you that, but AB and Lena may or may not have known about the content cop being about Ethan before it came out, and they lied about it to his face. I pretended not to know about it when it dropped. Here's a better clip for you guys, Reddit. Here's a better clip for Reddit. AB and Lena knew. There it is. It's live. I can't take it back now. AB and Lena knew about the content cop, and AB lied to Harley about not knowing about it. AB lied to Ethan about not knowing about it. Lena lied to Ethan about not knowing about it when she went to the bathroom and was having a panic attack or whatever. I don't know if that was true because, from what I know, they knew. From what I know, they knew. And there you go, folks. Now no one's ever going to trust me with shit anymore. Don't tell me your secrets, folks. Do not tell me your secrets. I am not. That's true. I will repeat that. Do not tell me your secrets. I'm bad at, especially if it's like juicy stuff for like a podcast. This shit that we do. Do not tell me anything. Do not give me scoops because I will fucking unscoop them right away, folks. Right away. I'm warning you all live. Don't trust me. I am not a safe person to hold. Allegedly, folks. Allegedly. Everything I said is alleged. I have no proof. I've just been told. Advisory says this is 2 a.m. Anthony. Exactly. It's 2 fucking a.m., bro. I got nothing to lose right now. Source, is that source credible? At this point, does it even fucking matter? Does it even matter at this point? But from what I know, AB and Lena knew for a minute that the content cop was about Ethan, and they said nothing. Now, what does that say about what? What does that say about AB and Lena? Why did they say? Now, look, honestly, like, it's a good thing they didn't say anything. Like, I can't blame AB and Lena for not talking. That actually makes it kind of based, if I'm going to be honest. You know what I mean? It makes their relationship with Ethan a bit more complicated if he finds out about this, which I doubt he will. Well, thank you guys. Members go up. Stay here. Check this out, members go up. Check this out. Check out the heartbreak on Lena's face when she finds out that you are gifting us subs. Look at this. Members go up. Come on, what's happening? Why isn't it working? Did someone delete this?
Oh, well, members go up. He did it.
Here, Karine, are you happy? Members go up,
Thank
send
you.
gifted 50 do not worry memberships. Members go up, we love you. Please don't ever feel the need to do that based on anything that Karine says.
We're used to being spoiled, so thank you.
Yes.
And all members, there's going to be a members exclusive stream this weekend, either tomorrow or Sunday. I promise you guys, okay? I feel bad, man. I look, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't hate AB and Lena. I don't hate anyone on the H3 podcast. The only people that I truly dislike now are Ethan and Ela. I very much dislike them for a lot of the dangerous stuff that they're doing. I have no hate for AB and Lena. I do understand that they have no power in this situation. You know what I mean? They're employees at the end of the day. I would have made different choices, but I don't hate them. I really genuinely want what's best for them. I think Lena is a sweet girl. I think AB is a sweet dude. I think their priorities aren't right. I think that they're prioritizing like their salary and their career above their integrity and their people. Ultimately, they are sweet people with good hearts. They just do questionable things. They're a bit cowardly. But like ultimately, I feel bad for Lena. You know what I mean? Cadenza, $2. This is for the Anthony Button Fund. Thank you. I do need a button, guys. Let's start. I need 20 grand to get a button. Let's go to the Israeli Society video so that I can eat and sleep and move on with my life.
Sick, personally.
Ethan Klein appears to harbor contradictions. In his recent conversation with Sam Cedar of the Majority Report, he claims to have optimism with regard to Israeli society. Israelis do not wish death on Palestinian civilians. He claims this is evident in the protests in Israel for the end of hostilities in Gaza. Though in more casual conversation, he not only tolerates but appears to share a more jaded outlook.
The thing is, in Ramallah, there's a lot of, there's going to be like Hamas operatives and Islamic jihadists and stuff that live there. So I don't even know necessarily if it's like the ordinary people, but yeah.
People are still mad. People are a bit angry in the chat. Look, guys, at the end of the day, AB's Lebanese. He's one of my people, okay? And Lena's Lebanese. It doesn't matter how far the betrayal pipe they go. I'll never 100% lose faith in them. Never, never, never. It's impossible. Even if I say it someday, it's not true. They're Lebanese. I'm always going to have that bit of charitability for them. There's always going to be part in my heart that's like, maybe, you know what I mean? So I know you guys are angry. You don't like hearing that shit. They love money. They chose the money. They're working for Zionists. They're helping docs. They're doing all that shit. Everything. They're doing everything to help Ethan spread his evil message. But they're Lebanese and I'm Lebanese. And maybe it's racist. Is it racist that I'm supporting? That I will always give them the tiniest bit of benefit of the doubt. It's at this point it's a sliver. It's smaller than a sliver. But I'm just not gonna hate them. You know what I mean? He's Lebanese. She's Lebanese. No matter what.
They'll kill you.
I just got to the bathroom. What did I miss?
Whether sincere or not, I found his incredulousness at the notion of Israeli society supporting the killing of Palestinian civilians interesting. Following October 7th, what Americans could glean from reactions inside Israel to the carnage in Gaza was no less than completely horrifying.
AB, someone cut this and put it on the subreddit or something. AB, talk to me. I've asked you before. I know you don't want to talk to me. I know I've said shit about Ethan and Ela on this podcast that would make it awkward. Come be a guest on my show. I'll be a guest on your stream if you don't want to give me any clout or any of that imaginary stuff. If you don't want to have me on your stream, and if you don't want to come on my stream, fine. Is there a creator that you like that could be a neutral ground for the two of us to talk? We can both show up on their stream. I could throw in a couple of recommendations out there if you want. You can throw some recommendations. Let's play by your rules. You set all of the rules that you want, whatever parameters you want for this conversation to take place, all the disclaimers. I will not bring, I'll try to keep the questions. It's not even going to be an interview. It's just going to be a conversation. I'm going to try to do my best to not make things awkward between you and Ethan and Ela. That's not my goal. I just want to talk to you. I just want to hear you out, hear you explaining yourself a little bit of why you're doing what you're doing on the H3 podcast. I don't want your clout, bro. I don't want your followers. Even if I was a guest on your stream, no one from the H3 audience is going to come follow me. So I have nothing to gain from this, okay? And if you come on my stream, I also don't have much to gain from that because your H3 fans are not going to want to subscribe to me, bro. But let's talk. This is an open invitation. I've already reached out to him on Twitter DMs asking to talk. He ignores all of my DMs, all of my messages. But AB, let's talk. Not for views, not for fucking clout. I want to hear you out. And instead of you watching me, instead of me reacting to your videos and then you reacting to my reaction to your videos, let's just talk. Let's just have a conversation. Isn't that easier? Rather than reacting to one another on our different live streams, just fucking talk to me, bro. Talk to me, because I think you've lost a lot of credibility with a lot of fallen fans, with a lot of Arab fans, and maybe I can help you get some of that credibility back. There's nothing you can do to help me at this point. There's nothing you can do to help me. I'll be honest with you. But maybe I can help you get some of your lost credibility back with your Arab audience, bro. Okay? So let's talk. Someone clip this and send it to AB. I want to fucking talk, bro, on whatever platform you want, however you fucking want it, on your stream. Ahla wa sahla. You can come on my stream if you want, but I know that puts you in a weirder position. Okay? And it won't be about Ethan and Ela, bro, but let's just fucking do it. Okay, back to this.
Members of the Knesset called for nuking Gaza.
Let's restart this, because I haven't been doing this justice. I'm going to restart this video from the beginning here. Let's go.
A lot of people do care about the hostages and think that the government needs to stop the war and focus on getting the hostages back and not killing innocent civilians. So that
I wonder about that last part. I wonder if the Israeli body politic.
Oh, you think the Israelis want civilians to die? There were massive demonstrations in Israel, tens of thousands of people in a country that's relatively small. So I think characterizing like the majority of the public as wanting to kill civilians is a little sick, personally.
Ethan Klein appears to harbor.
It's not. I'm just going to react to this without talking a lot. We've talked about this ad nauseum. The Reuters poll that shows that 90% of Israelis think that what the IDF is doing is okay or not violent enough against the Palestinians in Gaza. Most of Israeli society doesn't care about what's happening in Gaza. They don't give a fuck about the Palestinians. They have all these fucked up social media trends that we reacted to yesterday and a bunch of times before. The music they listen to is anti-Palestinian and anti-Gaza. So,
contradictions. In his recent conversation with Sam Cedar of the Majority Report, he claims to have optimism with regard to Israeli society. Israelis do not wish death on Palestinian civilians. He claims this is evident in the protests in Israel for the end of hostilities in Gaza. Though in more casual conversation, he not only tolerates but appears to share a more jaded outlook.
The thing is, in Ramallah, there's a lot of, there's going to be like Hamas operatives and Islamic jihadists and stuff that live there. So I don't even know necessarily if it's like the ordinary people, but yeah, they will kill you.
I just got out of the bathroom. What did I miss?
Whether sincere or not.
Yeah, he said that if you go to Ramallah, they'll kill you. Ela literally said that they will lynch you if an Israeli person accidentally drives into Ramallah. They constantly say that if you dissolve the borders, Palestinians are going to run around killing all the Jews, and their family members are going to come back from abroad, and they're going to gang up against the Jews and kill all the Jews and take back Palestine. So that he wants the Palestinians to remain in Gaza.
I found his incredulousness at the notion of Israeli society supporting the killing of Palestinian civilians interesting. Following October 7th, what Americans could glean from reactions inside Israel to the carnage in Gaza was no less than completely horrifying. Members of the Knesset called for nuking Gaza. A prominent general wrote opinion pieces calling for inducing epidemics of disease and making the strip uninhabitable. Israel's finance minister shared the article and expressed his agreement. Israelis took to social media to mock Palestinians, gloating.
Yep, that we reacted to this yesterday and many times before. They fuck up their teeth. They put like dirt on their face. They put on like some kind of a veil on their head, and they pretend to be Palestinians.
Over their running water and electricity, which was cut off to Gaza. Though, for some reason, I held on to an assumption that these were narrow and incomplete glimpses into Israeli society. I suppose I had a optimistic...
No. Something doesn't become a TikTok trend unless the whole fucking country's doing it. You know what I mean? This was nationwide. Everybody, bro. Everybody was participating in these TikTok and social media trends. It's disgusting.
View that Israelis would surely harbor a capacity for empathy with Palestinians, to some degree. What I saw in the spring of 2024 was therefore a gut punch. It was a report from Pew Research Center titled Israeli Views of the Israel-Hamas War. I read it carefully, and a figure leaped out at me. Israeli Arabs, Palestinians, are much more likely than Jews to say the country's military response has gone too far. 74% versus 4%. Honestly, reading it now, I still can't believe it.
4%. So 96% of Israelis, of Jewish Israelis, think that the IDF hasn't gone too far. hasn't gone too far. Only 4% think that they've gone too far. It's crazy.
And for that, I feel incredibly naive. I guess it fundamentally altered what I believed about humanity, about people. It was genuinely horribly depressing. For me, it was a sign of the damage that's been done and the work that is ahead. Or maybe there are other ways to interpret it. It certainly was not a moment of optimism for me. Already in December of 2023, Human Rights Watch reported the Israeli government is using starvation of civilians as a method of warfare in the Gaza Strip, which is a war crime.
Yep.
Israeli forces are deliberately blocking the delivery of water, food, and fuel. By
Yep.
the new year, the images of destruction in Gaza were no less than apocalyptic, as we all clearly remember as it was widely reported. Owing to a bombing campaign that you'd have to go back to the Vietnam War to make a comparison, in the words of Mark Garlasco, who's frequently interviewed by news outlets for his unique expertise in weapons. He worked for U.S. intelligence, the United Nations, and Human Rights Watch, for which he investigated Israel's 2006 bombing of Lebanon. Other quotes from experts were similarly astonishing. In 2 months,
FT Jan sends $5 and says, "This channel looks interesting. Could we get a preview of the other videos they have?" Yeah, sorry about that. So this is my mic is back. I got my mic back, folks. I'm gonna take a risk and turn on my flashlight. Whoop, there you go. Can you see me? Don't want to dox myself. Look at this, folks. Look at this quality right here of what can you guys see right now? Oh, you guys can still see my screen and you guys can still hear me. Well, we can still react to this then, just in the dark.
we've had about the level of strikes in this tiny little area in Gaza as what we saw in Mosul and Raqqa combined, said Larry Lewis, research director at the Center.
We back. Let me turn off the flashlight. Flashlight is off. Whoopsie. Oh, 3 power cuts in one stream. I think that's a new record.
For naval analyses and formerly the U.S. State Department's senior advisor on civilian harm. Even CNN in this article placed the number of killed as of January 2024 at nearly 25,000. 1 year after October 7th, many more tens of thousands had been killed. The number couldn't possibly be known for certain. A credible
Look at this, bro. Look at this. Like, you know what I mean? How did the world let this happen, bro? They've literally flattened an entire region. And then they say they're attacking militants, bro. Are you fucking kidding me? And people buy that this is killing militants. There's nowhere for people to go anymore, man. They flattened the whole fucking thing. And then people, but if you voted for Kamala Harris, they would have stopped it. They would have fixed it. Like, fix what? Fix what, bro? What are we fixing here? This is fucking Fallout New Vegas, bro.
From the Lancet, reported by the New York Times, said many tens of thousands more than the oft-cited but conservative Ministry of Health numbers. Gaza had been so destroyed that even the U.S. president was calling it a
demolition site. It's a pure demolition site.
But protests had erupted in Israel to end the so-called war. Real quick, why do I say so-called war? In Gaza, we certainly haven't seen regular warfare, obviously. Hamas has no regular army.
So-called war because it's a genocide. It's not a war. A war would suggest that it's an equal fight between two equal members.
But we've hardly seen what can be called an asymmetric conflict. It's important to note that numberless Gazans have bravely resisted the Israeli military despite unimaginable and impossible odds, including the following. The Palestinians in Gaza have been hermetically sealed inside without any way out. They have no peripheral sanctuary state for which to regroup and rearm themselves. They are completely trapped. They've had to dig tunnels going underground to find a sanctuary. This, in a strip of land the size of Philadelphia, that also holds an entire civilian population. Of course, the existence of this small strip is a result of the Nakba, as some 70% of the population are not from Gaza, but are refugees from the ethnic cleansing that took place, particularly in the cleansing operations.
The Nakba, which is the great catastrophe.
That's what they were called in Isdud, Ascalon, Beersheba, and throughout the Negev. So, Gazans are fighting from a place that is in no way conducive for combat, for reasons completely out of their control. The Israeli onslaught that began on October 7th was a culmination of lessons learned in previous destruction. We can clearly see how the so-called wars of 2008 and 9 and 2014 were punitive rather than driven by military necessity. Tank crews spent their time firing their cannons at buildings and destroying civilian infrastructure.
Everything they do is punitive. Even this genocide right now, okay, they kind of had an objective because October 7th gave them an objective to have. Let's attack and kill everyone who caused this attack and who planned this attack and who was part of this attack. But beyond that, it's just been punitive. They destroyed an entire society, an entire civilization, all of their culture, universities, hospitals, cafes, restaurants, theaters, places of worship, bro, everything. This has all been punitive. They're just literally punishing the people now. They're far beyond punishing them now. They're just eliminating them. They're eliminating them, and they want to get rid of them by either killing them or escorting them out of the Gaza Strip so that they can take it over. But it has been nothing but just pure punishment at this point. Pure punishment for just existing.
Said a soldier who took part in the 2008-9 Operation Cast Lead. Go ahead and ask soldiers how often they encountered combatants in Gaza. Nothing. The interviewer, when you entered the Gaza Strip, there was no resistance? Next to none at all. Following Cast Lead, veteran defense analyst Amos Harel quoted a squad leader who said, "The atmosphere in general, from what I understood from most of my men who I talked to, the lives of Palestinians, let's say, is something very, very less important than the lives of our soldiers." The Independent quoted a junior...
No surprise there, obviously.
...officer who served at a brigade headquarters during the operation, who described the new rules of engagement policy following the announcement of the notorious Dahiyya Doctrine of disproportionality as one of literally zero risk to soldiers.
The Dahiyya Doctrine is the Dahiyya Doctrine, which was originated here in Lebanon in 2006, when all they did was destroy the fucking Dahiyya, bomb the living shit out of Dahiyya, and they contained all of their military might, most of it in this one area, completely wiping it off the map, destroying whatever they wanted to destroy to obtain their objectives, whatever their objective is. Let me get the actual full definition of the Dahiyya Doctrine, what it means exactly. The Dahiyya Doctrine. Wikipedia. God bless Wikipedia. The Dahiyya Doctrine is an Israeli military strategy involving the large-scale destruction of civilian infrastructure or domicile to pressure hostile governments. So yeah, basically, contain all of your attacks in one place, destroy everything you can, make it unlivable to create political pressure to get your objectives. Like, hey, return the hostages. No, we're going to bomb the shit out of it. Hey, retreat your military 20 kilometers south of the border because we want to change the borders. No, Dahiyya Doctrine. We're going to fucking make your lives a living fucking hell. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? Disarm Hezbollah. No, Dahiyya Doctrine. Return this prisoner. No, Dahiyya Doctrine. So the doctrine was outlined by former Israel Defense Forces Chief of General Staff Gadi Eisenkot. Israel Colonel Gabi Siboni wrote that Israel should target economic interests at the centers of civilian power that support the organization. So what they're doing in Gaza, they're implementing the Dahiyya Doctrine, essentially, but doing it in Gaza. And they did the Dahiyya Doctrine again in Dahiyya this year.
Just take this incredible interview with a bulldozer operator. Our objective was to demolish houses. We were secured by heavy armored personnel carriers and tanks. In this case, the tanks were assigned to us rather than the other way around. The area was completely empty. Everything was empty. Interviewer, ghost town, not a soul in sight? Yes. We demolished a lot. There were people who had been in Gaza for 2 days constantly demolishing one house after the other, and we're talking about a whole battalion. In a separate interview, a soldier is asked, "Did you happen to escort bulldozers demolishing houses? Do you know what they destroyed? Why? How many?" If they didn't like the looks of some house, if it disturbed or threatened them, then it would be taken down. Interviewer, but that was for operational needs? Operational needs, I don't know, maybe half of them. Sometimes the company commander would give the D9 something to demolish just to make them happy.
Bro, I just saw something about them demolishing a whole building and using it as a gender reveal thing. There was like blue smoke coming out of it, like the depravity. And they're just demolishing these homes so they can build fucking oceanside few condos. That's what they're fucking doing, bro. They're literally going to settle this place.
This isn't to mention the demolition and damage carried out by shelling. One participant of the 2014 carnage, a first sergeant of the engineering corps, said, "I got the impression that every house we passed on our way got hit by a shell, and houses farther away too. It was methodical. There was no threat. They were spraying every house with machine gun fire the whole time, and once in a while blasting a shell into each house." A first sergeant in the armored corps recalls, "We were all firing a lot when there wasn't any need for it, just for the sake of firing. We were firing purposelessly, all day long. Hamas was nowhere to be seen." This can hardly be called warfare. These were brief, one-sided punishment campaigns. Israeli civilian and military commanders seemingly acknowledge this with their oft-repeated phrase, mowing the lawn or cutting the grass, which also alludes to its routine nature. Yosi Glauziu.
Every once in a while, you can't let that grass get too tall. You know what I mean? You gotta snip, snip. In this case, murder a bunch of people. Good.
Explains the phrase very helpfully in a rage-filled opinion article. She had seen eclairs in a bakery in Israel that read, "Let the IDF mow them down."
Oh my
The
God,
Hebrew
bro.
word written on the eclairs means mow, as in to lawn mow. But mowing is also a euphemism for something more brutal. Mowing the grass is a
Ooh.
term popular.
Robbie, 1985, thank you for bringing that up. Sends 20 sec and says it's the 77th anniversary of the Nakba today. Never forget the great catastrophe, folks. What a horrible day. Thank you for mentioning that. Good to know.
In 2013 to refer to Israel's strategy of attrition designed primarily to debilitate the enemy capabilities. To put it more crudely, mowing the grass means bombing Gaza periodically to facilitate temporary quiet for Israel. This desire to punish the civilian population at large was explicitly articulated and the policy solidified following Israel's strategic defeat in the Second Lebanon War. Giora Island is former national security advisor to Ariel Sharon and Ehud Olmert. Before this, he was head of the IDF's planning and operations branches. He now continues writing policy prescriptions in opinion pieces, particularly for Ynet and their affiliated Yediot Aharonot. You'll know his so-called general's plan to starve North Gaza. He's the general.
Oh, sorry, I was going to show you guys the channel, and then I lost power. So this is the GTF YouTube channel. They have 357,000 subscribers, 357K. So definitely a massive channel. And they do a lot of anti-Israel stuff.
The American invasion.
Oh, whoopsie. A lot of anti-Israel content. So how Afghans got so good at smoking American soldiers, debunking ancient Israel, how the Lebanese got so good at smoking American soldiers. Damn, this guy's fucking based. Why are India and Pakistan at war? So good political commentary, historical analysis. Seems like a pretty based YouTube channel, to be honest with you. I'm going to check this out. And to check it out, folks, I'm going to give it a quick subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, folks? Let's subscribe. It's got some good shit. Let's support. Okay.
Or to die in starvation. This is the all simple plan, which is fully consistent with all the international demands and fully consistent with the law of the armed conflict.
That the military quickly began implementing the plan is a testament to his influence in the Israeli defense establishment.
Eran Etzion was deputy head of Israel's National Security Council until 2008.
The ousted defense minister Gallant denied on camera that the government is actually implementing this plan. Netanyahu denied it also in a closed session with Secretary of State Blinken. And then when asked by Blinken to say it publicly, Netanyahu refused.
Back in 2008, he wrote that in the event of another war with Lebanon, the suffering of hundreds of thousands of people are consequences that can influence Hezbollah's behavior. Israel's most recent offensive began with bombing, starting on October 7th. The ground invasion didn't begin until the...
Oh shit, my tax guy just replied. I was late to get my taxes, folks. I'm just checking Twitter, seeing if I'm getting yelled at by anyone. God, I hope not. Okay.
27th. This was accompanied by a further tightening of the siege, which had already been in place for some 17 years. Hassan Alian, head of COGIT, the agency responsible for facilitating aid distribution, said plainly that these measures were revenge for October 7th.
Yo, he's speaking Arabic, yo. Let's see how accurate the subs are.
COGIT, the agency responsible for facilitating aid distribution, said plainly that these measures were revenge for October 7th.
Yep, it's correct. These human beasts need to be dealt with accordingly.
إسرائيل فرضت إغلاق كامل على غزة ومش راح يكون في عندكم كهرباء ولا مي بس دمار بدكم جهنم راح تحصلوا على جهنم.
That is literally what he's saying. You want hell, you're getting hell. Hell is Jahannam, basically, in Arabic.
Retribution and revenge must have fueled the other measures with regard to targeting. Yagil Levi, writing in Haaretz, challenges Israel's oft-repeated distinction as the world's most moral army. To reduce the risk even further during the ground offensive, air and artillery attacks preceded the entry of the ground forces into every area and accompanied them during the ensuing fighting. In the words of a reserve combat soldier who entered the city of Beit Hanun and published an opinion piece anonymously in Haaretz, the level of destruction we saw was biblical, and our contribution to it was nil. Air, artillery, and engineering forces that preceded us and hit buildings from a distance prepared the ground for us so that we could enter with minimal risks. As a result, as of October 7th, 2024, Israel had lost 349 soldiers in the ground.
This is a good video, but I don't think it's doing. It's not focusing enough on Israeli society, like just regular everyday Israelis. The boat tours that people are doing outside of Gaza, the social media trends, the music that is extremely popular in Israel during the genocide. Some of the songs that were like hits. What else? There's so much like depravity going on over there. Like podcasts, like the Two Nice Jewish Boys podcast, saying how like they wish they could go to a concert and have images of suffering Palestinians in the background while they dance, so that they could enjoy their partying even more. There's so much insane shit, to be honest with you. There's like a band that was just doing a concert that literally had images of Gaza being destroyed in the background while they were performing. This is the stuff that this is what I thought would be more in this video.
A paltry 2% of the Israeli claim of 17,000 Hamas combat casualties. As Levy points out, however, this was simply the number of men killed, according to Gaza's Ministry of Health. They had all been labeled combatants. The Ministry of Health's numbers are conservative, however. An analysis published in The Lancet and reported in the New York Times says they may have undercounted traumatic war-related deaths by 40%. The number may have reached over 70,000 by the end of 2024. Worse yet, the analysis did not account for other war-related casualties, such as deaths from malnutrition, waterborne illness, or the breakdown of the health system as the conflict progressed. That this could be called a war is patently absurd. Israeli leaders have made their targeting and punishment of the civilian population known with their widely reported statements. Already by June of 2024.
I think I'm going to make my own version of that video. I'm going to, and I've talked about this already when I made my why Ethan Klein is killing H3, my first H3 video. I talked about all of that stuff, the music, the social media trends, the boat tours, but I think it's worth talking about again on another episode. Maybe I'll do a special video just about that, because I think it should be highlighted.
Some 70,000 tons of bombs were dropped on a piece of land less than half the size of New York City. That number is more than were dropped on Dresden, Hamburg, London in World War II. Combined, the massive destructive power, with 2,000-pound bombs being common, erased entire towns. Amos Harel, chief defense correspondent for Haaretz, went to Jabalia and took photos and reported that the town, previously home to 100,000 people, was gone. Others shared the same fate, as described by Ahmad Tibi, one of the few Palestinian members of the Israeli Knesset. Entire towns, like Beit Hanun, Beit Lahia, and Jabalia, have been wiped off the face of the earth in bombings by the IDF. Cities comparable in population size to Herzliya and Dimona have been bombed into rubble, and the world, with its silence and its armaments and its material support, is supporting this. The media in Israel wobbles between total denial and depicting the actions as heroic, justified, essential deeds. We have arrived at an absurd rule. Nothing justifies October 7th, but in the name of October 7th, everything is justifiable. There is no security justification for such massive bombing. No military action can justify bombing helpless human beings or the eradication of Beit Lahia, Beit Hanun, and Jabalia from the face of the earth. This ethnic cleansing is reminiscent of the ethnic cleansing.
Sorry, I'm going to skip a little bit.
Of course, the better part of all Palestinians wanted it to end, which added several percentage points to that camp.
Get here.
It was only an split among Israeli Jews. October report on the public mood. On ending the so-called war, it was only an even split among Israeli Jews. And not even really. Only 45% wanted an end, 43% didn't, and 12% were no help at all.
Damn.
Of course, the better part of all Palestinians wanted it to end, which added several percentage points to that camp. I wrongly believed the calls to end hostilities was a broad and popular movement among Israeli Jews. The protests...
So yeah, it's just the Israeli Arabs that want to end it. Over 80%, 88% of Israeli Jews don't want to end the hostilities. That's 1 year after the war.
End hostilities.
After the genocide started. Let me just make sure if it's 1 year.
Had enough. Also a year after October 7th, the Israeli Democracy Institute released a report on the public mood. On ending the so-called war, the better part of all Palestinians wanted it to end, which added several percentage points to that camp. I wrongly believed the calls to end hostilities was a broad and popular movement among Israeli Jews. The protests were large and widely reported on, but they were far more partisan than I had realized. Worse yet, however, were the reasons that this sector of society had for ending the so-called war. A little more than half said for the safety of the hostages. This amounted to the most common reason. The second was because they could focus on another war with Lebanon.
Yep.
Then it was that the fighting achieved what it could.
That's what I say all the time when they're like, Yoav Gala wanted to end the war in Gaza. No, he wanted to end the war in Gaza so he could focus on Lebanon, bro. And because there was nothing left to destroy in Gaza. There's no one left to kill. There are no buildings left to bomb. There are no hospitals left. There are no schools left. There are no universities left. You know what I mean? And yeah, the hostages. The government doesn't give a fuck about the hostages. If the government gave a fuck about the hostages, they would have accepted Hamas's hostage deal a fucking year ago, bro. They don't give a fuck. It's the IDF that's killing most of these hostages, bro.
9% didn't know why, and 6% because of the great cost in human life and the desire for quiet, peace, and security.
Only
6%
6%.
for improved relations with the U.S. Someone who's been grappling with Israeli society's moral decline has been Rachel Fink. She illustrates poignantly a personal crisis for her upon seeing Israeli news coverage showing desperate, starving people in Gaza. On Sunday evening, when Channel 12's main news broadcast featured some of the most gut-wrenching footage coming out of Gaza, hungry children clamoring around a soup ladle in desperation, I felt for a moment a sense of relief. Finally, I thought. Finally, an Israeli journalist has made the brave and morally virtuous choice to do his job, to report the truth. That feeling lasted right up until said journalist, Elad Simchayoff, began to speak. Because it turned out that this wasn't a segment about Israel's failure to uphold international law or protect civilian life. It was a report about Israel's failure to sell the war properly.
That's crazy, bro.
Not a failure of policy, a failure of branding. As I watch, I experience a kind of emotional whiplash. Time and again, Simchayev starts a sentence that sounds like there might be a moral reckoning coming, and it ends with a plea for better PR.
I mean, what do you expect of a population where only 6% of all the people that were protesting to end the war, only 6% were doing it to end the suffering of Palestinians. Everyone else is doing it for either the hostages or, hey, we want good relations with the U.S. We want to focus. We want to fuck up Lebanese people. Let's go kill them instead of Palestinians. Only 6% were like, hey, maybe we're killing too many Palestinians.
But it is also possible to wonder if perhaps it is time to improve our, Simchayev begins contemplatively, humanitarian policies, accountability, Hasbara efforts with skilled spokespeople, a clear and effective strategy and believable information, he declares. That's not a punchline, it's his game plan. For much of Simchayev's report, as his voice plays off camera, B-roll footage of starving Palestinians begging for flour and wandering through the rubble of pulverized buildings runs in a loop. When it cuts back to anchorwoman Yonit Levy, she sums up the segment with a single line. Those are the images being shown to the world, she says, with clear disdain.
Dude, yeah, their priorities are so fucking whack, dude. Out of whack, man. How dare you show the world what we're doing to people? Show them more gay Israeli soldiers bombing a building and saying pride, gay pride in the middle of Gaza. That's what we need to show the world. Look, a gay IDF soldier. He just shot some Palestinians. Aren't we woke? Isn't Israel great?
How many different kinds of delusional do you have to be to air horrifying footage of human suffering beneath a voiceover lamenting the challenges of public relations? What does it say about a society when you can look at a child, sunken-eyed and silent with fear and grief, and decide the real injustice is that she's hogging the spotlight? We're now entering a third month of a complete and total blockade of all aid into Gaza. This includes food and medicine, everything. Nothing has been allowed into Gaza for months now.
That's crazy. That 3 months of fucking blockade, bro. No water, no fucking food. I get fucking hangry if my delivery is like 15 minutes late. You know what I mean? I'm fucking pissed off. It ruins the rest of my fucking day. Can you imagine these people 3 months without food, water, electricity? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck are we allowing to happen?
Additionally, back in April, Nir Hassan wrote that Gazans are experiencing a severe water shortage, which has worsened since approximately a week ago when the Israeli Defense Forces struck the main water pipeline into the Shijaya neighborhood of Gaza City. Because of damage to the city's other water sources, the pipeline provided about 70% of the water consumption there. Now, why does it matter that Israeli society is characterized by a culture of dehumanization? It matters because it contextualizes the issue, and it contextualizes Israel's treatment of Palestinians, as well as their dismissiveness of Palestinians and their suffering. Its real-world consequences are apparent in Yagi Levy's Haaretz piece. The revenge impulse, accompanied by the notion that no one in Gaza is innocent, meant that those whose lives are perceived as lacking in value were put at even higher risk and may even have led to the deliberate killing of civilians. A consequence of the fact that conscription into the military is mandatory in Israel. which blurs the lines between the public mood and that of the military.
Yeah, the public is the military. Oh, okay. That was a long-ass stream, folks. That was a long stream. I can hear so much echo now because I've had these headphones on for so long. Sorry if I didn't do much reacting at the end, but it's just I'm fucking tired. Let me just check Reddit real quick before we let you guys go. And let me while I'm here, don't forget to support us on Patreon, folks. Patreon. Consider supporting us there. Okay, so H3, I'm on new. Leftovers H3. Okay, we good. Oh, and someone also clipped me asking AB for a conversation. Thank you. Further confirmation, Anthony. People are let's see what people have to say about that shit real quick. You guys want to see? Fuck it. It's 3 a.m. by the way. Please keep in mind it is 3 a.m. folks, and I have not had dinner. So further confirmation, we're at 36. God damn it. And goddamn, it's gonna get me in trouble. Lamau, I always thought this low-key. Ethan said it wouldn't have bothered him if AB did. Let's see what happens. This is why AB is crashing out so hard. The guilt is eating him alive. The panic attack seems more likely that Lena and AB knew about it but didn't know about the exact release date. I think they knew about the release date because it was teased. That's so funny. AB just went from hiding under the covers to working undercover. Hoped he leaked stuff to Ian. Ian said he had loads of stuff on Ethan he could drop. It's getting complicated, right? My theory is that Ian gave a heads up to all or some of the fighters that he was making a video as a sort of warning that he's going to get backlash. If that's the case, it's very likely that he would have told Lena, but that's just a theory, a snark theory. Thanks for watching. He also spilled in his members live the other day that Lena's Palestine robe wasn't made by Teddy Fresh, but Teddy Fresh made AB's. Maybe him not telling them about the content cop was to be shady. No wonder why they've been freaking out lately. To be honest, this isn't news, but I love his delivery. Well, thank you. R.I.P. Rip off the fucking Band-Aid. That's funny. Let me just check. Let me check out H3's official subreddit. Let's just see what those psychos are saying over there, if anything. Da-da-da-da-da. Never thought. Ugh, is this Dan? Nope, no updates. Well, folks. We have 500 of you guys still here. Hope you guys enjoyed this impromptu live stream. This wasn't going to happen today. Tomorrow we'll be back with a regular full episode with the crew. We are reacting to AB and Lena's stream. 8-hour stream. We're just getting the best moments. We are going to talk about the Denim's lawsuit. She just dropped the lawsuit now, so we're going to react to that. A little bit of Loner Box, a little bit of whatever's happening. And then next week we're doing a full Lebanese special episode, so join us for that, all of you Lebanese fans that have missed us. Thank you to everyone who contributed in the live chat today. You guys are amazing. Thank you for gifting memberships. We're going to do an exclusive members live stream soon. Also, make sure to check out yesterday's stream where we reacted, Nour and myself, to the first episode of Her Take with Anna Kasparian, Lindy Lee. Really cringy stuff. It's like The View, but with like just Republican people on YouTube. It feels like a 20-year-old show, but it was made like a week ago. I want to react to episode 2 soon. That seems like a lot of fun. So look forward to that as well. To everyone who joined us today, thank you so much. Let's just finish up a little bit of the song before I let you guys go. Some Sudanese rap, which we're going to add to our Spotify playlist. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Have a nice rest of your day. Have a good night, depending on where you're watching us from. We love you all.
فك لحمتي وفك للكاكي فك لليوم الخلاك باكي فك للرئيس جوا بدروم قلت الحق الناس حيلوم فك لحمتي وفك للكاكي فك لليوم الخلاك باكي يا وطني زي الأحلام يا وطني كانت أيام يا وطني زي الأحلام يا وطني كانت أيام يا وطني
Peace out, yo.
Do not